just think you can flap your yap. No cap, yo, we looking at the facts and stats. Second city gritty to across the map. Put your cleats on your feet while we run some laps. Buckle up your seat while we have some chats. Who the GOAT on the court, pictures and running backs. Plug in your jacks and you're whipping your phone. Shalom, let's get it on, just a set in the tone.
Welcome everyone to the Setting the Tone podcast. It's your man Tone with J Mac and the Boss Man. We're about to get it going. Today's episode was about to be about the Bears game yesterday afternoon on Thanksgiving and our reactions to that and what we need to look at going forward. But now we're going to pivot just a little bit. We'll talk about the game, but first we need to kick it off with going forward since the Bears just fired Matt Eberflus today. It's a celebration. It's a celebration, y'all. Hey, it happened, man.
I'll pray to that.
First time in Bears history firing a head coach during the season.
Black
A new day has come. A new day has come. We got our new president, GM. They like, nah, forget all that old status quo type shit, you know.
Right.
Let's go ahead and flip this because this ain't working.
At all.
Fellas, how y'all feeling about this this new news, this good news? Oh, I already know how you feel about it. What are your thoughts on them firing him right now during the season? Go Boss Man.
Well, you know what? I am totally happy today. It's Black Friday. It has a new meaning to it for the Bears, especially to Mr. Flus. Rest in peace, homie. Get your ass out of town before somebody beats you up.
He said, rest in peace, homie.
You know, it's about time. I think it should have happened. We all believed it should have happened last year, but we put up with it because of how he treated the defense. So he was given a chance. And as long as he would have did that with the defense, again, this year, he probably would have bought him another year. But they've taken a step back, I think, mainly because he's lost the locker room, in my opinion. And they just tired of losing. What he's doing is not working. It should have happened, in my opinion, last year. But this year, it should have happened at least 3 games ago.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. J Mac, what about yourself, man? Your thoughts on the in-season firing, should I say?
Well, first time for everything, but I think it should have been done last season.
At the end of last season?
Yeah, it
Or
should have
during
been done
last season?
in the last season.
Yeah.
In the last season. We already endured that 14-game losing streak. I mean, I understand that first year was a
Tear down.
rebuild or whatever, but the coaching decisions that was made last year and you bring him into this year, nah, he should have been gone. And that was a clue right then last season with your coaching decisions, and you cost us some games last year.
Facts on facts.
I'm happy. Let's move forward.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, you won't get to ruin Caleb like you ruined Justin. And you know, deuces.
You said just hell no.
Nah,
Hey,
we good now.
I echo y'all sentiments, man. I know I said at the end of last season they need to go ahead and make a change. He was not the coach for this team. There were better coaches available, so why stick with this guy if he's not the coach for the team? He's not good. He doesn't make in-game decisions. You had better options out there. So you already didn't they switched to OC last year. Why not switch the whole thing? You know what I'm saying? And,
Right.
you know, now Caleb is on his third OC, about to be on his second, head coach.
Don't that sound familiar?
Yeah.
Happy with Justin, happy with Trubisky. They each had at least 3 OCs. I think our last 3 quarterbacks at the minimum had 3 OCs.
I mean,
am I wrong?
I don't know. Oh,
Nah,
we're about to see with Caleb because he's had 2, right? So
Right.
if Thomas Brown, that's what they're saying, is going to be the interim head coach, who's going to be the
Which
OC? Somebody else, right?
right.
I think he's gonna
Somebody,
wear both hats. I think he's gonna some of the duties like the film study or whatever, the meetings might go, to someone else, but the meat and potatoes of the offense should stay up on him. That's why I wish they would have took Washington, the DC, and made him so he can keep doing what he's doing. Right now, Caleb is looking nice. He's getting the ball out quicker. Still got some problems. I'm not saying that, but he does look to be improved from game to game since this guy's taken over. So I really thought they should have chose someone else. I'm not gonna say
Eric
who.
Washington, the defensive coordinator.
I think so. Evidently they're gonna choose one of the coordinators. Uh,
Right.
but
I,
if I had to choose, I would have chosen to be the defensive coordinator so he can stay solely focused on Caleb and the offense. That's my opinion.
me personally, I probably would have looked toward Hightower because
Interesting.
because I think he got his hands in all phases of the game.
I like that, and he's the longest tenure, ain't
Yeah,
he? Ain't
Yeah.
Hightower one of the longer tenured coaches? Yeah,
right.
I
Yeah,
like that.
he is. He's the longest
I totally agree with
tenured
that,
coach,
J man. Yeah, I
and
totally agree with that.
you, I mean, he kind of commands the room as well.
Hmm.
He accept and expect accountability out of his players.
Okay.
You know, so I was just looked at toward that way, and let Washington start calling the defense because he hasn't had a chance to,
Right. That
and
was going to
let
be one of my questions moving forward. How this team going to look moving forward with a new interim head coach, the DC finally calling the plays, and possibly a different offensive coordinator. We don't know that yet, but how do y'all think the defense is going to get called? Is it going to be soft? Is it going to be more pressure? Is it going to be about the same?
I think that he's going to ride the wave of what's ever been working most. Whatever we did in the second half, uh, carry on, please. Don't change a darn thing because I believe they only scored what was it 3? No,
Mhm.
7. Was
Seven.
it 3 or 7? 7, right?
7 in the third. Yep.
Third quarter, we shut them out in the fourth, didn't
Yep.
we? Okay, so whatever we did in the second half on both sides of the ball, mimic them, please. Can it? Whatever you want to do, but we should stay on that same track, in my opinion. I think it worked then and it worked next week. I mean, you think about it. They say that our conference was the hardest in the league. So if we're having 3-point games with all the big dogs, I don't think nothing to change. We just got to have the culture of winning close games. It's got to be touched up. You know what I'm saying? The rough edges got to be shaved down. I think we're in a good place as far as progressing. But this losing stuff and these tight losses and making these dumb, boneheaded decisions is just nerve wracking.
Yeah, that might be behind us. We don't know. We'll see. I mean, it's a different man in charge now. So we'll see how Coach Brown looks
Mm-hmm.
in game situations.
Right.
J Mac,
Yeah.
what you got over there, man? I see you rocking back and forth, man, like my
I think
granddad.
he's trying to contain. I think he's trying to contain.
Yeah, I mean, um, it's still a lot to take on right now. I don't think like moving forward, Brown is the answer. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Why you had that opinion?
I mean, he's still young at it as well. He still hasn't had a full season of just being a coordinator. He's just been a running backs coach. I mean, you can see his trajectory, like going on a Antonio Pierce type path. I mean, where he goes from a position
Mm-hmm.
coach to a head coach, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think he still got to learn how to command the offense.
You
He
don't think he
ain't
knows
been
that
able,
part?
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, he ain't been able to like install his own offense and
And he probably
do it.
won't get to do that this season.
Nah,
Right.
and if
Mm-hmm.
you make him head coach next season, he still won't get to do it
Why
because
not?
Well,
somebody
he'll
gonna
get
want.
he'll get to do it. He
Yeah,
just
he'll
won't
get
be
some
able to run
say
the
so, but
nuances of right. He'll have to put it in
here,
If he's
for
a head
somebody
coach,
else
it's
in
definitely
charge
gonna
of
be
it.
his
Yeah,
offense. He gonna have a coordinator, but he gonna tell him, hey, this is a style of offense we want to run. Now you
right.
draw up those
And yeah,
plays. Yeah.
if they don't waste too
yeah,
much time hiring, he can get on that right away. If he indeed becomes the head coach, and I mean, just before we get too far ahead, that's why for the very reason that you said, J Mac, is the reason why I didn't want him to become the head coach. He needs to stay where he's at and put his if he's going to be with the team next year in the same capacity or head coach, this is your chance to see what works so you could tweak it in the offseason. He needs to be left alone and let him do what he's doing.
yeah.
My thoughts on that is if he's not the head coach next year, he's either not here next year, and I don't see the new head coach coming in and retaining him as his offensive coordinator. I don't see that. I see a new head coach picking his own staff if we have a different head coach. Um,
I
I
do too.
actually think if he fares well in these next 5 games, right? I think he has the ability to be a head coach. He is a leader of men. You can tell. You can see that he knows how to lead. That's the most important part. Well, not the only most important part. Other part is game situations, but that is the most important part to lead.
Right.
And he's
Okay,
also been
but
an assistant head coach, so he knows how that role is to a certain degree. He's not totally the head coach, but he knows it to a certain degree. So he knows how to carry himself, position himself. He knows how the role goes. He knows the different things you have to do in that position because he's followed it closely. So
Right.
I think he has a leg up in that sense because of those things. Being a leader, being an assistant head coach, he has some experience, and in this next 5 games, he can gain even more experience, and we'll see where it goes from there. I hope he can do it. So, because I like his play calling, and I hope he can
Okay.
be the head coach, so Caleb can have some continuity.
Right. I think it's going to be some mixed feelings about who we pick next, not in name, but in experience. So you think about it, the last 2 coaches, we
That's
were
good,
they first post. So I
right?
think it's going to be some of us like me. I don't want a new. We said this last year, if you remember, we didn't want a new rookie head coach. Remember, we all said that when
Yeah,
the season ended and we was
and
yeah.
talking about it.
that's what
And
you're
I
getting
So
I
at.
still agree with that. If someone that's available that just blow my mind, that's not a rookie, first time
right,
head coach, then yeah,
right.
go grab him because that type of experience is
Mhm.
unmatched. You can't just. But if they don't have anybody better available, then yeah, ride with him.
With Thomas Brown, if he goes out these next 5 games, and I'm talking about start putting up, 28, 35 points in the defense, continue to hold people to an average of what is it, 21, I believe. Uh, you don't think he deserves a shot just because he's a rookie head coach?
Right now, no.
Yes, if we could put up more points, get going in the first half,
And,
that's important. If that happens, and
That part.
the defense
and,
keeps teams 21 or less, then I definitely think he deserves the job.
That's the only way.
let me put a twist on this.
All right,
I was waiting on that. Come on, J Mac.
End,
come on, negative
end,
Nancy.
end of the game situation,
Okay.
right? What did Caleb say at his presser? What was the problem?
The play
Getting
getting
in
in
the play
faster.
call.
Yeah, he's always
Getting
doing
in,
this and this shit here.
getting in the
Well,
play call.
that's not true though. That's most of the time because he also said in his press conference before that the plays are coming in faster. So now,
Okay.
which side you
Right.
want to take? Which
No,
side
no,
you
no,
want to
no,
take?
So is it
no.
processing? Is it a processing thing? Is he
No, but
processing the plays quick enough?
we're talking about yesterday's game
Okay,
Okay.
specifically.
Okay.
End of the game situation.
What
okay.
do you
What
say?
did Caleb say?
So
We're
what did he
waiting on
say?
the
Go
play
ahead
to
and say
come
it.
in. We're
Go ahead and say
waiting
it.
on the play to come in.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So who did that fall on? You waiting on the play to come in.
That
Who's
that
calling
falls
the
on the
play?
coaching staff, the head
Yeah.
coach and the
Right.
offensive
Mainly,
coordinator,
mainly
because the OC has to run that by the offensive head coach. So Where was the hang up at? Was it the OC or was it the head coach?
But you can clearly see Flus just standing there. He ain't saying shit.
Flus is always on there talking.
he
He
was
covers his
yelling.
mouth on the offense and the defense. He covers his mouth talking on both sides.
I just see him just standing there, just
Nah,
not
I don't see.
talking.
I see him covering his mouth talking on both sides, and when the offense is running, he's on there talking. I see him.
That's the first time I
talking
seen him as animated as he was yesterday. He had that joker like he was kind of mad at somebody, but
I'm
it's
talking
far
about
and
at the
between.
end of the game.
I'm talking about that too. I'm talking about that too.
I seen
Yeah,
both.
I just saw Flus froze.
In
So,
that,
so it could be on Flus that the play came in late, considering Thomas Brown. So far, the history of Thomas Brown is he gets the plays out quicker.
Right.
But
And
it's
is this
just-
now? What I don't know is this the first time he's play calling?
No, he's played call
as a
before.
coach? Okay, well then, if he's used to it, I mean, I had to put a little ownership on him then.
And did you all also pay attention how many delayed games almost happened? How
I
many
don't do
plays
almost happen. Did we get them? How many delayed games did we get?
We didn't. There should have been quite a few.
I
There
saw
should have
one
been
that was
quite-
probably a delayed game. I was like, oh, that's a delayed game, but it didn't happen. I saw one that could have been. Yeah. I ain't gonna say
seen
quite a few though. I ain't seen no more.
Well, I seen more than one.
Yesterday?
That's my point. Yeah, I seen
Okay.
more than one. And even at the end of the game when they're waiting on the play to come in.
But the other games, the other times there was possibly a delay of game. It wasn't because the play wasn't in. It was them on the line trying to get their shit together. The receivers and the receivers mostly, and the quarterback changing plays and all that type of stuff. It wasn't on the play was already in well ahead of time. I don't know, man. I think we're speculating on what Thomas Brown is and isn't because we don't know the operation. Is he getting the play in quick enough?
Right,
Is that on Flus deciding to play, or is that on
That's a
Caleb?
blind spot. It's a blind spot.
I think it's all speculation at this point.
I'm just talking about yesterday's game.
I'm talking about that too. Yeah, we don't know the
Some of-
operation.
some-
What happened?
Some of the plays was coming in a little late.
Okay.
I mean, I've been watching this. It's on. I got the game on now. Some of those plays been coming in a little late.
Right. Okay. And I'm saying,
Get ready to.
we don't know the operation of that. Why is late? Why is the play late? Is the play late because of the offensive coordinator, or is it late because of the head coach? And those in
that's what we don't
situations,
know.
we don't know the operation. Why it's late?
right,
It's just speculation at this point.
I still blame it. It's no continuity, guys. It's no
And the head coach is
continuity because-
responsible for it all, in my opinion. He's just
When
responsible.
it's all said and done, he's going to wear the hat. And he said that yesterday and today, I believe. But the problem is, it's no continuity because of a combination of things. The injury of the line. There's always a new line in there, somewhere, fashion, or form. The coordinator. I do believe that he had lost the room, both of them. So there's that. And then when you look out there's so much confusion of where you're looking back and forth between the line and the position players. It's like, what is that? What the fuck is that? I don't even know what he's talking about. You see the receivers running routes and the ball going the other way. There's no continuity.
You see the receivers not even knowing their position on the field. You got DJ Moore and Cole Kmet not knowing who's supposed to be where. Come on now.
Right.
Y'all
and then when you
veterans.
run that stack play, they don't even know who's supposed to be in the front on the stack play. How's that? That either somebody's putting in new plays as they going, or it's they don't care no more. They don't. To me, I know the defense tired of that shit.
I just think it's poor coaching because you're supposed to drill these things in their head the week before the game. You know what your game plan is. These are the type of plays that we're going to run. These are the type of formations we're going to run. You got to
What are the
drill
fundamental things that J Mac? Come on with it, baby. I know J Mac gonna tell it. Where is the fundamentals?
I don't know. You asked me because they work on fundamentals. What they
Training camp?
No, not training camp. Pee Wee League. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
You
All the way
work
back.
on fundamentals since then, and you still got to work on fundamentals when you get to the pro level.
So then again, that comes back to training staff because they're charged with making sure it gets done. And when you look at, and this is across the league, not on the Bears, look at the poor tackling. Look at the $70 million or $50 million lineman that's blocking and turning around to see where the running back at. You're supposed to block it to the whistle, but just look at all this stuff that you're being taught in Pee Wee League that the league across the league is doing. It's just I don't
It's
understand. It's like they playing
it,
popcorn almost.
it's so many restrictions in the NFL that I feel for the tacklers and the linemen. Like
Yeah.
for the linemen, they can't if it's a pass play, they can't go more than what 5 yards or whatever. Then they can take
hmm
off or whatever. So they looking back and waiting to see where the play is, if it's developed,
hmm
can they block now, all that type of
Yeah.
shit. That's
It's a
I
lot.
don't remember doing
It's a
that
lot.
in Pee Wee in high school. That's just different. Um,
Yeah.
it's the
And I
the
think
receivers. I mean, the players on defense. They can only tackle you certain ways and sack the
hmm
quarterback a certain way. So all they tackling fundamentals
the window.
are hard to apply in
So,
some cases,
right.
in my opinion.
It's
You
very
can't tackle. I can't tackle you here, but I can below this line, but I can't
yeah.
tackle you above this. Like,
Right.
damn.
And then you can't go. And
I
then
gotta
on
think
the
about my
quarterback,
moves before I tackle, right?
yeah, it's like you got to sit there and like calculate it in your head as you got. If you go too low on the quarterback, if you go too high on the quarterback, you can't
Right.
you can't
Or
fall
you
a certain way,
take
or
it
now it's a drop. What they call it, drop tackle or whatever. Then you're not gonna bust
Yes.
call if you go too high. You might well put some flags on these
But
folks,
one
man.
thing you can always do wherever you're gonna tackle him, wrap him up.
Yes, that all this old hard hitting, hoping that he fall or push him out
Yeah.
of bounds. It's
All his
not.
shoulder with no arms
Yeah,
is like, come on now, put your arms around him too.
you're right. You do know this is a professional athlete too, right?
Yeah, shit. Your little
yeah,
shoulder
but
to stop him.
you're you're afraid that hell if you put your arm on them or whatever while you're tackling them, hell, you're gonna get called for a flag.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's true.
yeah,
All of
yeah,
that's
yeah,
true.
Run into him as
yeah.
hard as you can and just hope he just go out of bounds or hope he don't spin off you and he ain't took ballet lessons last off season and do a
hmm
pirouette on you while you're hitting him. No,
Yeah,
I
look, you
mean,
can't block upfield if you're running the opposite way of your touchdown. You can't peel back
right.
block. You can't cut block if they can't see you. You can't do jack. The purpose of me cut block so he can't see me. What are you talking about?
My man Cole
Yeah.
Kmet got penalized twice for a pick block, stuff
Well,
like that.
that first one, he looked like he was setting up for a running play block. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
He dipped
Even
his
the
shoulder in the
second one.
first one.
Even
He
even the
dipped his
second one.
shoulder. Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, well, when you don't run that concept too much during the game, I guess
say
it's a
that.
little difficult.
That's it. Say that. When you don't
I
run
don't
it, when
know.
you don't drill it, when you don't practice
Execution,
it.
man. The coaches got to drill it in their head in practice. You know, you running that shit this week in the games. Come on now,
Exactly.
drill it in our
That's
heads.
fundamentals. Right. To
Yeah,
me, that's fundamental. That's the easy thing to do. Is to drill it.
like Mercedes said, coach us hard. That's hard coaching. Hey man,
That's
we're
it.
gonna run these type of plays.
hmm
You need
But
to
being
pick block correctly.
at the same time, being a professional, you know your job, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, but
it goes
everybody,
hand in hand.
even at our age, knowing what we know, we set in our ways. We still everybody need direction depending on what the job is. You know what I mean? You still, if you
Right.
think you're gonna come, if you think you're going 18 years or 8 months, if you think you're gonna come in this league full of highly paid professionals, and just because you played the game all your life, you're gonna make it without drilling and practicing, you ain't gonna do that, bro. You know what I mean?
No,
And then practicing and coaching him hard. You know what I'm saying? The hardest thing about football should be practice. Sundays, Saturdays, and whenever you play should be fun.
ain't no problem with that. But my thing is just say, even if your coach come at you, hey man, I need you to block this a little better.
Right.
Why do he have to be like, God damn it, get out there and no, you're a professional. I need you to
Right.
get this on this block. I shouldn't have to yell at you. I shouldn't have to coach you hard. We all professionals. I need you. No, I need this what I need.
Now
And
you know
it
what, J
really
Mac, the
should be
meat.
that simple.
Yeah, and you know what, J Mac, the meat and bones of that, I agree with you 100%. And as a grown man who knows the difference between right and wrong and what I should and should not do, you should be able to do your job in a way that makes it seem like you've been coached. But this is something I believe, and it is true. It's a fact, as a matter of fact. everybody doesn't learn the same way. Some people learn by being told, some people learn by
Facts.
That's
doing
true.
somebody, and
That's
some
true.
people learn by repetition. That's why I
Right.
love repetitions. So in that way, I think that it can't be. Some people need to be coach hard like me. If my coach got geek like me and he came at me a certain way, I'm finna murder somebody because he gonna make me do the up downs in practice next week, not the person on the side of the field. You know what I'm saying? So I love to be coached hard. And then you got some people who withdraw when you coach them
Right.
hard and quit the team. So you
Right.
got to. That's why I'm saying coaching is not for the faint of heart. You need to learn your people. You need to learn, and you know what I'm saying. And also, you need to learn it to get rid of the bad eggs and the bad apples.
Facts. Like you said, you got to know each individual player, and I also agree with you on repetition. There's players that don't need repetition, but
Mhm.
repetition doesn't hurt any of them. You know what I mean?
Right,
It
right,
don't hurt any
right,
of them.
right,
Like even the players that don't need repetition to learn it, if they doing repetition, it's not gonna hurt them. It's gonna just
right.
solidify what they already know. But everybody
And
can
it's
use repetition. Yeah.
right. And I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you,
And
I'm gonna give you another great example. People like Mercedes Lewis, who you can hear him damn knees squeaking when he get up. A body in motion stays in motion. He needs repetition too, because if you think at 40 you're gonna get out there and get hit by them young bulls running 22, what was Turbin's speed? 21 point something when he ran that when he picked up that punt and ran it back last week. You got people that in 200 plus pounds hitting you at 40 years old. You better be out there stretching and doing repetitions because you need them joints to stay oiled up.
Hey,
and
so back to Coach Flus. I'm sorry. Go ahead. My fault, J Mac.
no, only thing I was just gonna say, I don't disagree with nothing y'all just said. I'm just saying, just looking at it from another perspective, because sometimes
Mhm.
being a professional, you're a grown ass man.
That's right.
Some people don't want you yelling at them. Man, you ain't got to yell at me. Just tell me what
Right.
I need to do.
Right.
And as grown men, you should be able to just this what I need you to do.
Right.
You
Right,
know,
right.
Right.
You don't
I'm
have to
just
yell. You're
saying you
absolutely right. I can tell you, but if I have to
Mhm.
keep telling you, then there's a problem.
It's
right. There's
frustrating
a
there too.
problem.
Yeah.
There's a problem
Mhm.
anyway. So
Right.
you need to do your job as a professional.
Right.
And
Right.
sometimes you gotta put down the hammer. Like I said,
That's it.
I don't disagree with nothing y'all saying, because some need to be coached hard. You know,
I don't believe coaching hard is yelling either. I believe coaching hard is drilling it in you.
right? Exactly, exactly.
Drilling and consequences to missing job assignments.
That
There you
too.
Assignments.
go.
I'm sorry.
There you
One
go.
thing that I agree with Mark Trestman with, and I believe I said this before on the podcast, Tom, J Mac, is that when he ran his practices, whatever happened on your rep, ain't no redos, back of the line. So now you start to appreciate them reps and you run them like they're supposed to, because you know if you do two or three of them without completing the catch or running the right route, what are you going to do in the game Sunday? And then that also promotes you being out the door as well. So I love coaching hard, and it don't have to be yelling like you said, Tom, but it needs to be consequences for actions, good
Yep.
and bad,
Thank you.
because that's how you keep the room level. You know what I'm saying? When you can coach
Hmm.
Caleb the same way you coach the practice team members, then you got a room. Then you have a culture where everybody, because what are they going to say? Me, 7th round pick, trying to get on the team, and he's yelling at the number one pick who had 10 million before he walked in the door. I'm finna get to work. Because if he can do that to him, I'm out the fucking door.
There you go.
Also true. Hey,
Keep that
so Matt Flus, Matt
in
Eberflus,
it.
tenure with the
Luke
Chicago
was right.
Bears, win-loss record 14-32. His challenge is won 2 out of 10.
Because he do it because they yelling at him why you don't use it.
Hey, one possession games. He's 5-19.
Get the freak out of town. Are you serious?
He's only won
I didn't know
5
that one.
out of 24 of them. Correct.
Wow.
Versus
Fourth
the
down.
NFC North, he's 2-13. In your own division,
That's
on the
terrible.
road, 3-19. All of
He's
those
just a
are
loser.
loser stats, fireable offenses, and just terrible coaching career tenure.
And when you hear the way you put it, fucking terrible GMing. He should have been gone.
Yeah, should have been gone.
He
Like
next. He next. He next. If he don't get this shit right, he next.
Kevin Warren in charge, man. I know
I
he was the
know.
one to say, hey, something got to happen. Because we
Yeah.
know McCaskey, like we don't fire players or coaches
hmm
during the
hmm
season. Matt
You're gonna
and
lose your fan base.
Ryan Poles is like, this is my guy. And Kevin Warren's like, he your guy, but I'm you my guy. I need you to go ahead and do this.
Right.
I bet
That's
you
it.
Kevin
That's
Warren
it. That's
put
it.
something on that. I would put
And
money Kevin Warren.
they either was in one of each other's office, or they're like, you know what, let's go ahead and have a working lunch, dinner, whatever. And he put that. Look at man, I know that's your guy, and I ain't saying it's gonna be easy, but would you rather it be you?
And just
And that's what I
justify
always
that.
expect.
I don't think he threatened
Yeah.
his job, but I think he probably said, hey man, we
I,
got some decisions to make.
I bet she
Yeah,
said it
they
in a way
let that
that
man do a
wouldn't
radio
happen if
show
he
this
didn't do it.
morning.
Say it again.
They let that man do
He
a
did a
radio
press
show this
conference. I was
morning.
watching it.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
let his ass go. I mean, like,
yeah.
That
wow.
man said he's preparing for the 49ers.
Yep.
They asked him,
Mhm.
was he
He's
do,
preparing
do you
to
think he's
leave
gonna
the
be
team
fired?
against the
He said, I'm
49ers.
preparing for the 49ers.
No.
Dog.
And that's cliche. It's like a mug. That's what you're supposed to say. But did you hear the comment? Oh, y'all was watching Good Morning Football, and the comment that they were making was that it was a meeting plan for Saturday, and they thought that was when it was gonna happen. I'm like, shit, that's whatever many days from now. That's that many days too late.
So you know what happened, right? So during his
Okay.
press conference, Flus, he said he already had a meeting after the game,
Okay.
and then they had their morning meeting.
Okay.
And then he said, we're having a meeting later on today. So I guess the later on
Okay.
today was the firing.
Okay. Oh, okay. Because the first thing that came out of their mouth when they came on was that it was supposed to be a meeting Saturday where they thought, and they were saying that the contingent was saying that he was going to be fired then. And I'm like,
Yeah.
hell no, Saturday too fucking far away. That shit need to
Mm-mm.
happen last night.
If you're gonna fire him, do it now. Don't let that shit linger over the weekend. Players not even gonna be in the building. Players got the weekend off. Now they got to live with that shit. The game and this coach being their coach. Nah, get rid of that. Wash that out the system. Move forward with the new coach. Now the new coach call all the players. Hey, I'm taking
Mm.
over. Let's go ahead and put some new energy behind this team.
Dubs on the board.
Facts.
Man, we
Do
ain't
y'all
won the
think?
game in
Do
this
y'all, do
division
y'all
yet.
think Flus lost the locker room?
After yesterday's loss, yeah.
You don't think he
I-
lost it before yesterday?
Absolutely,
Yeah,
I
he
do.
was losing it.
Okay.
But he couldn't survive another flusing like he did yesterday.
I
No.
think he
Yeah.
lost the room 3 weeks ago, at least 3 weeks ago, and I'm being nice about that. You could see it in their body language. The defense. Look at JJ. JJ ain't playing with no heart. Jalen Johnson ain't playing with no heart. Look how he was getting treated yesterday, and the game before that he caught it. He had a couple of nice balls caught on him. He's not playing with no love, no love for the game. The
I think
defense
the-
is tired of the offense, and the team is
Mhm.
tired of him.
I think the writing was on the wall when Keenan Allen told the press, I feel like we did enough as players to win the game. I was like, oh, it's over.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
over.
When he
He
said
was
wasn't
that,
lying.
over.
He
that's
wasn't lying.
that's your star free agent. He said that. I was like, oh, it's over.
He already that man is already
Yeah.
thinking about what he want to play next year.
Yeah, I saw a recent podcast he was on. He says either Chicago or back to LA where he wants to go. But
Yeah, LA is home.
yeah,
These last 5 games is going to be the telltale to what he's going to do. If like I said, if he could put some points on the board and the defense go back to, well, they still ain't giving up that many points, but I don't see the aggression no more. I know we lost Billings and that was a tough loss. So I damn near cried.
I don't think
But-
he's coming back to Chicago anyway, just because they had an opportunity to renew his contract when they signed him. I mean,
Uh-huh.
when they traded for him, and during the
Mhm.
season they could have done it. I think at this point he's going to go into free agency, and Bears ain't going to try to pick him up. That's what I think. I don't know for
think-
sure.
When they drafted Rome, I think that was kind of the writing on the wall right there. If they got DJ, they just signed DJ, so they already know they got DJ and Rome coming to next year. I don't know
Right.
why they're not giving Scott no opportunities. I don't know if he's not doing it in practice, but we need to see what he can do too. If the season is lost, I'm saying, man, let's go. See what we got so we can make some informed decisions.
Hey, maybe there'll be some different rotations, some different lineups out there with the new interim head coach. And
That's
speaking
why
of
they could
draft,
have
the
been
Bears
sent
are slotted at
elsewhere.
number 9 if the draft was to start today. Number
That's where we
9.
be at.
Yeah,
That's where we'll be at.
the Bears, yeah. Uh,
It
I
it'll
had
get
higher
higher.
hopes than that, huh?
It'll get higher. It'll get higher.
But to 10,
Well, you know what? It's
Nah,
a
what I mean by higher, I mean like
lower.
lower, lower, but
No, I
lower.
had higher.
Yeah.
I didn't want us to be in the top 10 of the draft, man. I just
I
thought we
didn't
were
either.
going to be a better team than
I
that.
didn't
That's terrible.
Yeah,
With the
I
remaining
believe we
schedule.
all did. I believe we all did, but at the same
Yeah,
time,
well, we did.
you
I
have to look
thought
at
it.
the
I felt it.
reality of it right now.
I told you at the beginning of the year how excited I was. I just knew what we had. Even though we had the hiccups about JF1 leaving and blah blah blah, but once he was there, man, and showed us what he did a few plays that he showed preseason, I was excited. I was excited when I seen him throw the screen to Swift in the preseason game. He took it joker 40 yards without no problem. I was excited to see the wild plays with Rome. I thought that was going to translate into the season. We all was hoping it did, but it didn't.
Hmm
So what are we going to do next?
Hey, I have hope, man. I hope. Well, if you look at it, the last 3 games we lost by the total of 7 points. 7
Yes.
points, 3 games.
7 points. Yes.
I have
Yes.
hopes that we can actually win those games next go round. You know what I mean? Against those same
Yes.
opponents.
Yes. Yes. And what they have to remember too, man, we ain't the only ones getting better. You got a very small window to when you can dominate like they should have and could have this year.
Should have and could have. Like those 3, if we can win those 3 games on the back end, that's 3 more wins. That takes us out of the top 10 of the draft. That shows progress of Caleb, the offense, the defense, the head coach, all of that.
Right.
Shows progress from all of them because that's taking away 3 games that were in our grasp that we cannot now we have on the winning side. If we can get those 3
Right.
wins back, that's a positive turn for the team and maybe for Thomas Brown moving forward.
Well, we have the toughest remaining schedule of everybody else. And we got 3 more division games, right? Yes, 3 more division
Mhm.
games, and then we got Frisco and who? Miami or Frisco and who?
Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah.
So we from the way we played the division games, we can beat everybody in our division, and if Caleb was where he should be at this point of the year, I'm talking about handedly we should beat him because we're coming back in the second half of all this. If we can do what we do in the second half, in the first half, and let that defense put them ears back, we could beat these teams. And I'm not just saying squeakers either. We could beat these teams handedly.
And for me, that just leads back to coaching.
Yeah.
Should have been
Absolutely
got
right.
rid of got rid of Flus. I mean, the way the way we start the games all season long, like we're just not prepared.
Like they're just getting out the damn bed, man.
All season long, all
Yes.
season long.
Slow start after slow start. I think it went maybe Jacksonville. We got started
Yeah,
in the second quarter. The first quarter sucked.
right. Is
But after that, they was
too
rolling. I'm like, okay, they done found they good. They done found their niche.
entirely too many slow starts, and that to me that cost you some victories as well. And
Yeah.
just not being prepared
Right.
against teams that you are clearly better than, and you could have beat them.
Imagine
Thanks.
those 3 games that we got off to slow starts. We ain't gonna talk about the ones before that, but just those 3 division games. Had we just got off to a regular mid-type start, the way we finished type starts, we would be in position to win all of those games. You know, and
To me,
that's
it
going to be the
starts.
key to me moving forward. Can Thomas Brown get the team starting better, even if it's just 7 points in the first half or 7 points in the first quarter? You know,
It
that's
needs
better
to
than
start.
nothing in the first quarter.
It needs to start on the first drive, first offensive drive of the game.
If it started on the
Looking
second
Musgrave.
offensive drive, I would be fine with that because we usually go 3 drives without a score.
Right.
Simple
And the
as
first
that.
drive is listen, the
We,
first drive is usually scripted to, and I told you guys this too. When I script my plays, I'm trying to touch both sides, left and right, and I'm trying to see where my weak link is, and I'm going to attack it. So that first drive, unless you
It's a
are
filling out
a
purpose.
polished offense, if you're not a polished offense, that first drive is usually to see where you should be attacking at.
we can't keep going 3 and outs though.
No, we definitely
We
No,
can't.
I
we
agree.
we we,
No
we,
matter
we
what we
started
run,
the
you better
game
get at least one first down.
right. We started the game 3 straight 3 and outs.
Yes,
And
yes, which I
that's
think attributed to the end of the game when you need a defense to have that oomph and that extra step. It's been dragged the fuck up out of them in the first half.
yeah. I mean, that's
You
why I
know,
say
we
we
need
need a
fresh legs, man.
better start.
You
Gotta
damn
gotta
sure
gotta
do.
gotta start the game off at least slow and methodically and get some short yardage get in some short yardage situations to get some easy completions. I
Right.
mean, at least get some type of rhythm going. And
Even if we came down on the first drive and kicked a 3-point field goal, that's a
right, get a
start.
rhythm.
It's a start. At
Yeah,
least we drove down the
thank you.
field.
Right,
Yeah.
Right.
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 That's you develop a rhythm, get a rhythm going. And
Right.
then like what Boss Man said, while you getting that rhythm going, as you said, you touching each side. What's going on the left? What's going on the right? And you touching both sides as you getting the rhythm going. And then on that second drive, like Tone said, even if you score 3, that second drive when you come down, you know where you starting to develop a rhythm. I'm going to the right. Let's touch this right side because we gained 7 yards on this carry over here, and let's see what we can get over here again. You know, you just
And,
start leaning on that a little bit more.
Right.
and I think
Right.
the other component to that is make adjustments because they're gonna make the defense gonna make adjustments. So now that you got 2 drives under your belt and they see you starting to attack them at their weak spot, they're gonna adjust to that. They're gonna bring another man up or whatever this case may be. So now
Mhm.
you gotta adjust to that. Being a great head
Right.
coach, that's what you got to do. But let's talk about yesterday's game, man. So the
Okay.
Bears didn't put up any points in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
The defense tried his hardest. They
Mm-hmm.
let them march down the field. Field goal in the first quarter. That was good. 3 points, 3-0 first quarter. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the defense was, against a team that's been putting up 50 on motherfuckers and dominating the line of scrimmage, which they still did for the first
They did, and they
first
was looking
half. They
so
did.
easy. The way they was
First half,
gassing us.
they just made it look easy coming down on us. But I thought the
Yeah.
defense was trying really hard to slow this Detroit Lions team down.
Right.
Then they gave up a touchdown in the second and 2 more field goals. So we was holding them to field goals with the exception of that 1 touchdown in the first half. But the Bears offense wasn't helping the defense out at all.
It was so tired in the first half.
Was
It
that?
was gas.
I know
The
they was so
defense was
gassed,
gas.
tired. Yeah, in the first half.
Because there was
Man.
so many 3 and outs. Yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
you can hear the commentators. They this is a must have. And this usually you talking about a field goal or a score. They talking about a freaking first down must haves. That's embarrassing, man.
Them road games, I don't be listening.
Yeah, but yeah.
You got to fill me in on that. You got to fill
Well,
me in.
it's just okay. So it was who was that? Tom? Who was that calling the game yesterday? Tom Brady. Anyway,
Romo.
Romo, and I actually like Romo, man. Romo pretty good at predicting plays, so I actually like him. But basically, what he's saying is, man, you cannot keep affording to put this defense back on the field time and time, 3 and out. And it was like the 4th time. It was a possibility of it happening 4 times in a row. And he was saying, this is a must-have first down. You cannot bring these guys back out again after 3 and out. And we got
Yep.
1 first down. And the only
Yep.
thing that happened that gave him a little bit more rest is one of the Detroit players got hurt and they had to go on commercial for about 3 or 4 minutes. So they got an additional rest, like maybe they had got another first down. So that's the only thing that saved them on that 4th drive. But to defense to be able to them guys to drive inside of our 10 and the whole 3 or 4 times was a
Yep.
field goal. That defense is outstanding, man. That defense is doing a job. I just feel
Ag-
sorry for him, man.
Against a top flight offense, man, we got to,
Yeah, just putting
commend
up
them for
50. We
that.
held them to 23.
Mm-hmm.
23.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to
Come on,
commend
man.
them for that. They did a great job on
Oh, yeah.
defense, especially with that fumble on Jameer Gibbs.
Yeah. Oh,
Recovering
that
that.
was Stevenson, wasn't it? Who came in like a rocket.
And again, you have to credit our fallen Flusy. I mean, for that, calling the defense and having the defense ready.
Right.
It's just his boneheaded coaching decisions in game
That's why his name is
situations.
Fluke.
Yeah, being a head coach is over his head. He
It
needs to
is.
just be a defensive coordinator because he can't handle
think so.
the whole role.
That's why I think
Simple
it
as
ought to
that.
be more made out of the position of assistant coach. Assistant coach is like a fucking a gopher in the league. They need to have more responsibility, and it needs to be like a G League type thing where, it's like head coaching and training type shit. He should be in on the decisions. He should be in the war room, blah blah blah, which he should be. But I'm saying in a deeper aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Let him make some of the decisions, or head coach. Hey, what do you think? I'm gonna let you call this. Blah blah blah. But assistant coach is not. It sounds promising, but it's really not. It's like a goddamn coffee runner, man. They don't really do shit.
So Caleb, second half, he played great up until the last drive. He played A+ in my opinion up until that last drive in the second half.
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately, the game is played in 2 halves.
That's right. In 4 quarters, goddamn.
4 quarters, facts. 256 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, 5 sacks. That's a good stat line for a rookie quarterback in his 12th game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was his passer rating,
rating?
if I can ask? I'm sorry.
I don't
just
have
wanna
his
know his
passer
passer
rating in
rating.
front of me.
They from what I've seen on Twitter, they said his passer rating was 97 or 92 or 97. It's one of
Okay.
those.
Is he
That's
still
pretty
up right
good.
around
That's pretty
68,
good.
70% passing?
His passing percentage, I think he was like a little bit over 50-some%.
He
Completion
done
He
fell
percentage.
back down
completed
there.
20 out of 39, so that's a little over 50. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit over 50,
Yeah, a
about
little bit over
53%.
50.
Okay.
But he to me in the game, you can tell. I mean, some of his passes was off.
Mm-hmm.
Like even on the last drive, if he would have hit
He need
DJ
more
in
touch.
stride, if he would have hit DJ in stride instead of like damn near dirting the ball at his feet.
Yeah, I didn't understand that. Maybe because the pressure was on him already, and he tried to get it
Yeah.
out too quick. I didn't understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Good.
mean, if he would have just put it on DJ was walking in, and
Yeah.
Right.
this we wouldn't be talking. I think Flus would have survived another week.
Right.
Well, let me give y'all a
That's a
spin
good
on
point.
what it is. I think so. He would have bought himself another game. So a lot of quarterbacks, and I know this because of coaching with the little leagues. So a lot of these quarterbacks mistake getting the ball out quicker as getting it out faster. It's not the same thing. It's just a processing thing. You can throw a touch pass, it can come out your hand quick. It doesn't have to have that much velocity on it. And it looked like that's what he's doing because if you notice, a lot of the passes he's been throwing the last 3 games, he's trying to pinpoint them, but velocity doesn't equal pinpoint. A lot of time it equals inaccuracy when you try to put that much velocity on the ball, and
You
he's
don't
trying to get it there quick.
Mhm.
And it's,
You don't
it's,
think
it's
y'all don't
just
think he
getting
was
on too quick.
inaccurate with that pass because he got hit simultaneously?
Oh, you mean the one to DJ?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that
I
played
didn't
part
think
in
he
it. 'Cause
got. I didn't see him get hit, but
It's
He
not the
got
fact
hit.
he couldn't follow through. He didn't follow through. So
He got hit.
you saw the ball come out of his hand before he got hit, but the follow through is the one that makes it go where it's supposed to go. So it was the inability to follow through that made it errant. Made the pass errant.
But that definitely would have sealed the game. That would have sealed the deal.
Yeah.
Because either he
Yeah,
was
he might even.
when I look back at it, I was like, oh, he could take that to the house. Either he would have
Yeah.
took it to the house or he would have got down to the goal line. That's
Yeah.
how open he was on that play,
Yeah.
DJ
Yeah.
Moore.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
my man Caleb did set the rookie record for the NFL, not the Bears, the NFL.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know what
Most
you're gonna say.
passes
Yes,
without
sir.
an interception. So he's
Yes,
taking
sir.
care of the ball. He's doing
Yes.
something that the Bears dearly needed from their quarterback, taking
Yes,
care of the
sir.
ball. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes,
I
sir.
like that part about him. Now, my question to that is he being too cautious? That's why he doesn't have any interceptions? Or is that just a good trait of Caleb Williams that he doesn't throw interceptions?
Hopefully it's just as good. Hopefully that's just a good trait
Yeah.
because we
He
surely
didn't
can
throw a lot
use
of
that.
interceptions in college either. He fumbled more than he
Right,
actually
but
threw interceptions.
And
yeah,
that was going to
and
be that was the trade-off. The trade-off is too, well, a lot of it is too. By the time, and sometimes when he hold that ball long, he ain't gonna throw interceptions because he's taking sacks.
mhm.
But I think it is. I think he has good traits. Uh, whether or not they come into fruition is the issue. We've seen his ceiling.
Hey,
But the fact that they got that bum out of there, okay, that's one. And then they got old Fluky James out of here. That's two. Maybe we can get somebody in there and not ruin this guy.
He called that man Fluky James.
I
yeah,
didn't know who J Mac was talking to. I was gonna say, is you talking to a kid, Jay? I think he did.
no, Miss, that's
Okay. I was gonna
Mr.
call his
Matt.
ass Tricky Dick. That's what I was gonna call him. I didn't know Jay was talking to I didn't know if Jay was talking to a kid, so
Hey,
I
you
ain't know.
crazy boy.
Old Tricky Dick throwing the game on. And he's
Yeah,
gonna be like Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer and what was the coach down there at LSU after the game going to the hotel with the young you did. Remember Urban Meyer stayed behind
uh,
after the game? He just
Yeah.
went to
was
the
that
So
Les Miles?
hotel.
I think,
Yeah.
yeah.
looking at Caleb's 256 and 3 touchdowns and comparing it to Jared Goff 221 and 2 touchdowns,
Uh-huh.
I think Caleb got a slight edge up on him in that
Well, let's
game.
talk about it. He outplayed him. He
He outplayed
outplayed
him
him in the second
slightly.
half by a long
Yeah,
shot.
definitely in the second half. But
Yes.
overall, I
And
think
think
he
about
outplayed
this
him
too.
slightly. Yeah.
Think about
And
this too now. Why everybody knocking us? They hadn't allowed a second half point in a month, and we scored 20 on them. And this is the best team in the league, in my opinion, when you put every phase of the game together.
mhm.
Think about that.
But
This is a rookie
that
quarterback with
add
a
to
rookie
that,
receiver.
right.
no
Let
other
me
team
add to
has
that.
passed more than 1 touchdown on him all season. No other
Wow.
quarterback has passed more than 1 touchdown all season. Caleb got 3 in passing on him.
You gotta
That's
think
all
about
I'm
it.
saying.
I mean,
All I'm
uh,
saying. We got the
Hey.
right dude.
think about this. Think about this
We got
real
the right
quick.
dude.
They made us one-dimensional. Couldn't run the ball.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
when you
So
when,
if you
when
one
you when,
dimensional, like I said
when
before, you know they're gonna pass, right? So you
you
stop that
putting
too.
up you putting up what 40 something passes a freaking game now. So you're
Okay.
making us one-dimensional by not being able to run the ball.
Okay.
I mean, that's
Okay.
unfortunately that's what Jared Goff had on his side. They could run the ball, and
True.
they didn't need Jared Goff to be Superman like we need Caleb to be Superman.
So
Well, I tell you, go ahead.
my thing is, if he's capable of being Superman, then why not let him be Superman? Because you can run the ball, you can pass. If you can run the ball and pass the ball like the Lions did, and still lose the game because they should have lost. That's on
Mhm.
Flus. Then it means nothing. If you can do both and still lose, it means nothing. Because Caleb,
Yeah.
all the Bears did was throw the ball, be one
Mhm.
dimensional, and
Mhm.
still outplay them.
Mhm.
So that's all I'm saying.
And just to piggyback off that, it's kind of hard to see what level it's on because it's bad because they got us one dimensional, but it looks bad on Detroit's defense that y'all know what we're gonna do, and this man still can throw
Exactly.
the ball.
My point. That goes back to like the old Bears when it was just Walter Payton. You know he getting the ball all
Run
game,
pass.
and you
Yeah.
can't stop it. You can't stop it.
Run pass.
It's the same thing.
Pass.
You know,
Yeah.
you know Caleb don't throw the ball, and you can't stop it.
Right.
So
but doesn't that speak to his accuracy too?
that speaks to his accuracy. That speaks to him being poised and all of that.
Level-headed.
Yeah.
Next
And
play mentality.
Detroit's defensive line is stout. So them taking
Yes,
away
sir.
our running game is not a
sir.
surprise. It's not a
Yes,
surprise.
sir. Because I sure thought they was gonna fall a little bit when they lost with Hutchinson.
Mhm.
And they ain't really skipped
They
the
ain't
beat.
missed a beat.
That boy come back. If he able to get back later on in the season, Fuck the Lions. I ain't finna. Whatever. Let's go.
They
Come on back to the
they
Bears. They
still
almost
got
got,
the,
they almost got me.
they still
Almost got me talking
they
about them.
they
old
still
furry
got a
motherfuckers.
lot of injuries on that defensive line.
They do.
Who's
They
that?
do.
Oh, to my Detroit.
They
Both of
got
us
a
do.
ton of
So
injuries on that
yeah,
defensive line.
They do.
yeah.
Shit,
It's
that
been a ton of
game
injuries this
yesterday, we
year.
were laying them
Period.
on their ass. The whole
Yeah,
game, they was
yeah,
getting
you
injured.
Yeah.
still couldn't run the ball on them.
Now,
That's
have
how
y'all noticed that though?
that's how deep they are. They deep.
Have y'all
Swift is.
noticed that
I
though?
just look at Swift. Swift is not that dude. Then
No, I look
he
at
a
the
I don't
I
bruiser.
know.
look at Detroit. They just well coached.
But I
He a
also
bruiser.
I don't think the people in charge of picking Swift did the homework. They didn't match our running back to the playbook, right? This man is RPO to his core. That's why he looks so good in Philly, right? He's used to the sleight of hands, you know what I mean? And that's another reason why the linemen are always looking back, because RPO, we never know when this guy gonna take off. So they gotta kind of look back so they can know to get ahead or not go too far down the field on a pass. Because you got 3 yards before,
So
unless the ball is thrown behind the line of scrimmage, you can go downfield 3 yards. A lot of times they give them an extra strip as long as that foot don't plant before the pass is actually thrown.
out of hands.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
So we got to put that on the GM if they're not matching the playbook, the
yes,
personnel to the playbook.
that's exactly my point.
DeAndre
Because you think
Swift can
about
only
it,
do what he do best, right? He can
that's
only do
it.
what he
That's
can't
it. He's
reinvent
not a between the
himself.
tackle runners.
He can't
No,
reinvent
look how he
himself
do.
right
He
now.
always jump to the outside, right?
Yeah, he's a great outside runner. Facts.
Yes. Yeah. If you wanted the inside runner and your scheme says that you do, you should have been looking for a Saquon or a Derek, because Derek flat out said it. He didn't like the Tennessee tended to run him to the outside. He liked to run between the tackles. Now look at the
Right.
kind of year he having. Think about that. Think about that,
Marry your
man.
personnel to your playbook. And I
Yeah.
see a lot of that from Thomas Brown. He's marrying his play calling to his personnel.
That's what I'm saying.
He's like, okay, we don't have the personnel for these 5-7 step dropbacks. We got to get the ball out
We
quicker. So let
don't.
me call plays that constitute us doing that. Unfortunately, we can't run between the tackles because our running back our lead back is
It is.
around the edge, and Roshan Johnson, we don't know what he is. We don't know what he is.
When the fuck did he get concussed? How? Where? What play? How
I missed it.
What?
I don't know.
Was it in warm
Probably
up? Was it in
kickoff.
practice?
Warm ups.
I
Yeah.
think, dude. I think him and Blair had
Stretching.
some kin each other, bro.
Stretching.
Him,
J Mac
hey,
said
him,
stretching. That
Blair.
man out there stretching. Hey, he did one of them, when you stretch your leg back and you got to put your head back to the ground. He fell.
Oh, either he got caught by one of them Santos.
Oh my
Santos caught him on
goodness.
one of them field goals.
2 years in, we
Yeah.
don't know who Roshan Johnson is.
No,
He's effective on
but-
the goal line, but other than that,
But then again, they don't put the
I
ball
don't
in
know
his
what he
hands
can do.
a lot.
I don't know what he
They
can
don't
do
put
other
the
than
ball in
that.
his hands a lot either.
That's
Roshan
the
Big
point.
Mac.
That's the problem.
He's a good pass blocker. He's a good pass.
Big backs need to get going. Okay, you ain't gonna get him no 10 and think they're gonna get no. You need to give a big back 15 to 20 carries. He needs to be feared, and you need to send him through that A gap, B gap, even the C gap, and let him hit them linebackers. So when the second half of the third quarter on into the fourth, now they ducking and reaching.
He
But
don't
if
even
you
get
only
10
give him
carries
10
a game,
carries,
so he don't even get
But
10.
that's all I'm saying.
I think his big problem is he thinks he can hit the hole and
And
dip and
take off.
dodge. Yeah, no. If you're going to be a power back, he needs to hit the hole, and he tried
Can
to
he
dance
get it
through
if
the
he's
hole
not
too
getting the
much.
carries? He's not even
Well,
worth
that
testing. If
too.
you,
Both of them
you
is
gotta
a
get the
problem
carries.
because the carries that he do get, they're not impressive. But I agree with you saying, boss
Thank
man.
you.
He needs more
Yeah.
carries to wear them down.
So
I
be
understand what you're saying.
in order to be impressive, in your own words, in order to be impressive, big backs need multiple carries, right?
Shout out to
I'm
the
just
big
saying.
backs.
And I ain't talking about the turkey eating the
Oh shit, y'all
Hey,
stupid.
My
let me
mind
just
went
start- hey, man,
somewhere else.
hey,
My
let me
mind
just say
went
this real quick.
somewhere else.
Hey, I
Let me
said
just
it
say
like
this
that
real
on
quick.
purpose.
Hey, man.
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you.
I miss y'all guys, man. I miss the hell out y'all guys. Man. I
Yeah,
miss this
look,
shit,
hey,
man.
I
I
love
miss this
doing
right here.
these podcasts with y'all, man. You know, whether
I'm
we
just,
agree or disagree, it's always some good talking.
the disagreements is the best though, because that's when the best stuff come out of our mouths, man.
That's true.
It makes
That's
the
true.
show. You know, as long as that underlying respect is there, man, we gonna always be on.
So
Facts,
they use
facts.
their backs, two-headed monster. What do they call them? Sonic and Knuckles.
Sonic and Knuckles.
Yeah, Sonic and Knuckles. Both
I
of
think
them.
that's
that.
cool.
Yeah,
Huh?
but we don't.
Could.
We don't have Knuckles.
We don't
If
have
we
Knuckles.
had a line,
We got a
if we had a line,
Sonic,
we
but
would.
we don't have a Knuckles.
We need a Knuckles.
Yeah.
We need a Knuckles.
Yeah. You know what I was gonna say though? I was gonna say maybe if we're not in the top 10 of the draft pick and all those pretty fast Ferraris ain't out there, maybe he'll fucking pick a lineman that's worth something. Because I think
Hey,
it's too much pressure on him when he in that top 3. You see all them shiny ass cars sitting there ready
his
for him to
first
pick.
3 picks better be 2 offensive linemen and a defensive lineman.
Goddamn right. Because
That's
if you
all
got
I'm
an
saying.
offensive lineman, if you got 2 good offensive linemen that can block, that defensive end can be third tier because he ain't on the field as much and he gonna stay fresher. It means he can be more effective rushing the quarterback.
They first 3 picks. We got 2, 1 in the first round, 2 in the second round. You can find a good defensive lineman in the second round. And you can definitely
Sure can.
find offensive lineman in the first round. That's all I'm
You
saying.
surely can. You surely can. And I'm not picking nothing but that. I don't care.
That's my
You
first
don't
3
need no
picks
receiver.
if I'm Ryan Poles.
You don't need no
Where you
receiver.
gonna go? Where you
You
gonna go?
need linemen
After
on
that,
both
hey,
sides of the
J
ball.
Mac, after that, he can get cute.
But what do
He
you
get
mean?
cute
Wait
after
a minute,
that.
hold on. Like you
okay,
say,
but
Tony,
where
he
he
get in that old
go?
bargain basket.
No, we can't do that. We can't
No,
do that.
no,
No.
no. If you
can't
go
do
in the,
Hey,
if you,
hey, Tom say he like to shop in the bargain basket.
that boy thrift
No.
shopper.
You got the
No,
coupons.
Is
we can't
the
do
box is dented, the cans dented. You get them for like 10 cents.
No,
Absolutely,
no.
absolutely.
Because unfortunately, y'all know Tev is my boy. I love me some Tev.
I know we go
I
back
stayed
and
away
forth
from
with
him.
him.
I
At the
stayed away
same
from
time,
him for today.
at the same time, he
He's been
was
about Tevin
drafted
Jenkins,
injured.
people. Huh?
Right. At the same time, he was drafted injured. We know this.
He was. A
Same
few
as
of our
Abib
linemen
this year.
was,
Uh,
including
He
one
was
we
Amagaji.
drafted
good.
this year. Or
Thank
Chris
you.
Williams. Remember
Exactly.
Chris Williams? It's 2 type of linemen we've been drafting: injury prone and old ass mother linemen. Jason Peters, Orlando Pace.
Jason
What's the
Peters
one?
was serviceable.
Yeah, Jameson.
He
Yeah, he
came
was
in,
good.
he was serviceable.
He was good. I
That
would have brought
one
him back for
season.
another year.
Right. He was serviceable. Even though he was old, he was serviceable.
I agree.
I like
He
JP.
he wasn't in the dented can section. No.
Nah. But Amagaji,
Yeah.
Yeah.
dented can section.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, when you draft these players, and okay, in college I seen Tev's potential. Dude was a monster. So
Right.
instantly I wanted him.
Right.
But okay, you know he was damaged goods when he came in. Okay,
I'm not
he had
bringing in no back. I'm not bringing in no back injuries. The back is the nervous.
Yeah,
It's the central.
but that's not his fault.
No, I'm just saying, but I'm not bringing in no back injuries because the back is the nervous. It's the central. It's the nervous central. It tells the body to do everything. Without the
him
back,
getting drafted.
no different.
Yeah, him getting drafted is not his fault. Him staying
Right.
healthy.
No, I get it. Yeah.
Is another story.
That's on Flukes.
Yeah,
not Flukes. That's on the GM.
Right, him staying healthy. I mean, he's been working on that.
And he's a monster, man. Tev is a monster. You just got to get healthy, man.
Right.
Will he ever be healthy?
Working on it.
Right.
He's been working on it. And
Okay.
just think you drafted Amagaji. I mean, he was injured goods. I mean,
right. And he was playing out. He back injured, right? And
yeah, no, he played one game, and he's injured with a calf injury.
He started when he played 2. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was a 3rd round pick that you could have used, unfortunately, on something better.
Right. But you know what?
We're going to talk about the 4th round pick, but let's go ahead. I'm sorry, boss man.
One thing that I'm going to say this, because I know we coming to it.
I still love that 4th round pick. I like him.
Which one we talking about? Oh, not Valens. Please.
No, Tory Taylor. Tory Taylor, the punter.
Oh, the punter?
No, we ain't going to
talk
talk
about I still think it was a
Valens.
wasted pick. As good as he might be or whatever.
We could have got a lineman in the 4th round. We need those.
Right.
We got one in the third round.
We could have got one in the fourth.
Yeah.
Offense or defense. We need both.
We could have. But I'm gonna tell you, so you know what bugs me, man? I am tired of everybody's best plays coming against us, bro. That's what I'm tired of. You see, so it's just too many breakout, the runs, the deep throws, these guys catching shit between two players. It's like everybody getting highlight films on us this year, man. It's kind of irking my soul.
Hey, what irks me is go ahead. I'm sorry, J Mac. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say that you talking about their plays. That one play that he drew up for Laporta. That was a pretty play.
Wasn't it though?
The first touchdown,
wide open.
Yeah, that was a nice play design.
Yeah, that was tight.
That's it. We call that a wraparound. We call it.
No, I hate about the Bears. They have a team behind the sticks, 2nd and 10,
yeah,
3rd and 15,
yeah,
and give up the first down.
Coverage. Yep.
Right. And they need 16, 17.
And they do it week after week, week after week,
year after year. Year after year. That's been our problem for a little while now. I never worry about first and second down. My most fearful down is third.
No, second down, man. They'll give up a first down when they got them behind the sticks.
They will, but it's like the third ones that drive me crazy.
Yeah.
Third down and 26s and third down and 19s, and they get third, and they get 20 yards or 27 yards. All that irks my soul, man.
Soft coverage.
We did better on third downs yesterday. We were 7 and 15. 7 and 15 on third down.
Yeah, the second half we did a lot better. Yeah,
that's a lot better than we've been doing.
Yeah, because I think we only got 1 or 2 first downs in the first half, right?
Yeah, I think it was 1.
One,
right? Not mistaken.
Yeah, on that one carry. I mean, that fourth series, they got 1 first down to get the defense a little rest.
Our fourth down efficiency, we didn't fare well. 0-2.
Yeah, I just don't get that passing the ball, and then if you're gonna throw the ball, go for the touchdown. Don't throw no bullshit that it can be broken up, man.
I'm sorry, man. Yeah. What's worked for you? The behind the line shit to DJ Moore. Throw that shit, because he gonna make something happen. DJ make it happen. You don't think so, J Mac?
I do, because
I'm tired of it now.
Because it's not gonna work every time, but he turns to a running back to get that ball. You ever see he looks like a running back?
He gets positive yardage, and especially on that last drive, all we just needed to do is get some positive yardage, dog, instead of getting sacked and getting penalties, sacks and penalties.
It looks like it's too predictable. I mean, it's like
it probably is, but he's making it happen.
The league runs it.
But he's making it happen. It might be predictable, J Mac, but he's making it happen, man. Especially on that last drive, we took a sack, we get penalties. It just pushed us further back and back and back. I would guarantee we're gonna get positive yardage on that play.
Was that sack on him?
Which one?
The one that cost us the game.
The one that cost.
The one that knocked us out. The one that set up that dumbass play that ran the time.
The one before the dumbass play. Yeah. I thought the defense got back there too quick. Somebody missed an assignment. I don't know.
It was supposed to be a draw, quarterback draw. They said it was supposed to be a quarterback draw.
Yeah, we got beat on that. Yeah.
It was supposed to be a draw. How can they get back that fast that he can't even run a draw? Did you see that? Both our tackles got beat.
That mean they wasn't set.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
They couldn't have been set.
Yeah, they got beat. I don't know. They got back there too damn quick. I'm like, damn.
How you know snapping?
Right, Bourne just looked like he just let him just looking at him walk past.
Bourne got beat.
Bourne is a turnstile.
Yeah, but see, Bourne got beat off the rip. Jones, he got beat eventually. You know what I mean? He still got beat pretty quick, but at least he gave. If both of them would have blocked like Jones did, he would have been able to step up and run that draw. But because Bourne, whatever, Ole ass, Ole, let that one right pass, and that motherfucker came right there and smashed Caleb, bro. Can't I have enough time to get that motherfucker, pull it down and duck?
Yeah. Oh, that's Al-Qadim Muhammad when he blew past him.
Yeah, and it could have been the baby ball.
He couldn't do shit but hold him. He couldn't do shit but hold him.
But I would have rather you know what I'm saying? He might have lost a little bit less yards if it had been 10 yards on the holding play. What he lost, like 13 yards?
Yeah, some shit like that.
Yeah, he would
Yeah,
have
I
lost.
think
He would have lost less yards off a hold. Shit.
yeah, I think
The
they called
penalties,
holding
we
on
just
that.
have penalties at the wrong time in the games, dog. We'll be moving and then a penalty.
Yeah.
We'll be
So
needing
that,
a score and then a penalty.
that's lack. That's lack of focus. Lack of focus. Lack of
No
focus.
discipline, man.
Yeah, that's it. And where did that cut? That's practice and coaching.
And
And
execution.
I ain't letting the players off
Yeah.
either. What you say, J Mac? The grown ass men should know. And then also, when you got these linemen turnstiling like that, they're not used to the cadency, not just the frequency of the cadency, but the pitch in his voice too. Because you can make your own. I've seen some of the best, like Aaron Rodgers, make his own guys jump. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So it's a lot they play. And that line is really screwing us up on both sides of the ball.
But take a positive out of this game.
Okay.
For them to control the time of possession, them meaning Detroit, we pretty much played them to a standstill. And then we didn't. You know? So
Yeah.
that's a plus for our team considering they controlled the clock. That means our defense stepped in and our offense eventually stepped up, and we just couldn't seal the deal. The Bears will find ways to fuck it up. They just invent a new way
Yeah.
to lose a game at the end.
Yeah, yeah, and it's
And
just it's to the point where you know it's coming.
that cancer is out of the building now.
Cancer,
So
elephant, whatever you want to call him, his ass out of here.
I have to ask this question.
Oh, here we go.
So who would have been who's the better coach? Would you
Between
prefer Nagy or Flus? 'Cause I don't think
Nagy.
I don't think Nagy made these type of dumbass mistakes.
No,
he
Honestly.
Nagy
didn't,
was
and Nagy with this what we got now, Nagy would have had a field day.
Nagy knew the game. Nagy was just stubborn.
And he
Yeah.
was a new head coach. He
He
had
knew the
too
game.
much
He was just
stuff.
stubborn. He didn't want to change shit. He wanted it to be his
Right.
way or the highway. He wanted it to be his way and only his way, and not the personnel, not to his personnel. That was his problem. He got in his own way. Nagy Flus just dumb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Nagy, if you'd have had this team behind him, he would have put some plays out there that would have made, man, come on. Because
I don't know about that because I'm looking at Kansas City play calling, and I think he's the play caller, right?
yeah, but look at what
They
he's
ain't
working
looking
with.
too great
He
either.
done lost Rice. He done lost what's the other guy? He lost 4 of his main receivers. That's why they had to get Hopkins and the other guy. So
And
you
they
think
got
about that,
and they
though.
getting Pacheco back.
Right.
Pacheco coming
They
back
got
today. Matter of fact,
so
But they've had Hopkins for a few weeks now, right? And they ain't using him right.
I think. Well, you got to think about it though. The only person you got to draw attention away from Hop is Trace Kelsey.
Travis
So you think
Kelsey.
about it, right? So that's
yeah.
old school. When you only got 2 effective receivers, you got enough secondary to double both of them.
But if you got such a great quarterback and Hopkins
Mhm.
is such a great receiver, he should be able to get open, right?
Yeah, I don't think he got them same legs he had 10 years ago. Neither though. So
No, he don't.
he more
He
of a.
don't.
I mean, he gonna get his ones, but he more of a possession type. He more like Chris Carter in the later years. You can count on him to catch it. You can count on him to get them toes down. But burning by people,
Yeah,
not so much.
he ain't gunning past nobody.
Yeah,
Not right now.
so much. I love the way Hop plays. I
That's
love the
what they got
edge he
Worthy
plays
for.
with. Yeah,
But at the same time, you can look at their offensive line don't hold up with the shit no more.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
he can't. There ain't no more like going deep. That's not even to Worthy for them because he ain't
Yeah.
got the time no more. But anyway, that's KC. Fuck them.
Yeah. Facts
ain't
on
us.
facts.
Do you know?
Like-
I'm gonna give y'all this. Do y'all know that we have outscored our opposition this year?
By 1 point.
Yeah, yeah.
How the
And
fuck
we
does
got
that equal
we got a
How the fuck does that equal a losing record? I mean, I know.
I don't
how.
know. That's great. That's a great
Detroit.
question.
We
Our record doesn't
outscored
indicate our point production.
That's called flusing it up.
That's called flusing it up.
You
Flusing it
say
up.
flus?
Yeah.
I'm saying fluky. Old Fluky James and fucked it up.
Yeah.
He definitely flused it up.
How can you get a roster like this? I mean,
And
really, I
fuck it
mean,
up.
yes,
You
come on.
you know what this
And
remind
then
me of?
and then lose it constantly just with your coaching.
Right.
That's the problem. That's why I say
That's
I'm looking at one Bears fan right now. He said the Bears lost and won.
yes. Yes.
We lost the game, but we won the
Yep.
battle.
Goddamn
Yeah,
right. Cause
that's
we
true.
lost the
That's
game.
true.
We are losing the war, but we won that particular battle, god dog
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that one.
By
That's a nice
losing
one.
that game, we won the battle.
That's you got that right.
Because he
Hey,
flused it up, like
Finally.
y'all said.
there you
Yeah,
go.
finally. Come on now. I mean, Tone, you said it. You said it already. He should have been gone.
And
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and me, I was on. Yeah, let's keep him because he got the defense on board. Everybody still feel like they playing for him. No, that fool should have been gone last day when you had a chance to. He had the chance to get rid of the whole offensive staff. He should have went right along with him.
yeah, yeah.
He
Yeah.
should have went right
Yeah.
along with
Yeah.
him.
I don't disagree, but I still stand by why I said I didn't mind him staying because with
Yeah,
a new
right,
offense
exactly.
being implemented, I would have been mad if they got rid of him. It just would have been harder. But the way the record is now, why the fuck not?
Yeah. Just
So
just the way his game situational coaching. No, you cost us too many games. It
yeah,
started
that's why I
How many
say
games he's cost us this year? 4?
this year.
Yeah, 4. The 3 straight
Yeah,
and the Washington game. 4.
I'm even.
Last year he cost us about 3.
think he would
Yeah,
Washington, Packers, Vikings, and Lions. He had dumbass decisions in
Yeah,
there.
4 games
The
this year
Packer
and 3
game, he
last
should
year.
have ran the ball 2 or 3 more times in the Packer game. The Vikings, we know what happened to that, and we damn sure remember what happened to the Lions. He just don't know how to freaking coach in close games, or when it time comes down to crunch time and that time is slowly clicking down, he freezes. He don't know what to do. So hire somebody. You got people who hire people like Robert Saleh as a fucking consultant. Follow
You switch
suit,
those
bro.
4 games over to victories, and we sitting here what? 8-3, 8-4,
Yeah.
8-4.
Well, the only game I think we lost and really got our play was fucking the Patriots because
Arizona.
they didn't show up.
Arizona and the
Oh, yeah,
Patriots.
Arizona, yeah,
Yeah,
Arizona.
I thought
Yeah,
I thought Arizona, but
we shoot the
the
bed.
Patriots. The
We shoot the
Patriots too,
bed
because the Patriots. Yeah, you're right. They
Arizona and the
played
Patriots.
in the fucking head.
against
They
the
didn't even come
Patriots.
out prepared.
Yeah,
That's
they
what.
got beat. They got beat in that game. Even
Listen,
though it was a game on our schedule that was marked down as a W, they came out and got beat. There was no chance.
Yeah,
We had no chance in winning that game because of, like J
they
Mac said,
came out flat.
unprepared.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they came
thank
out
you.
flat.
Flat.
But to me, that was the game that made the statement that they were done. He had lost the team. That's the guy. That's the team. That's the game I've seen it in.
That's 3 in a
That's
row
why I
when we
started
lost to the
talking about it.
Patriots. That's and you losing to the Cardinals, the Washington Commanders, the Cardinals, and the Patriots. 3 in a row. Yeah, probably should have been gone by then.
But you think about this. Washington was a formidable team, and although they record then didn't say it at the time, Arizona played everybody hard except for a few. So
Mhm.
I don't think we should have lost to them, but the way we lost and the amount of points we lost by, I'm not as pissed off. The Patriots is pun scum. Come on, really? All you got to do is pound them to death.
I think up until that point, Washington wasn't much better than the Bears. They had only beat 1-win teams up until that point.
Yes. They were
Since
better
then,
than
they've
I don't
beaten
think
some
they were,
teams,
but
but up until that
the
point,
victory.
they were the Bears of their division.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, right there.
Right.
They're right there.
Yeah.
And, every once in a while they lose to a bad team, but for the most part, bad teams they got a chance. So, I just believe that if this guy, Thomas Brown, can finish off this season on I don't think he got to do astronomical, but on the even kill and grab if he can grab the team back and get the team back playing like they was, I think it's his job to lose.
I think of these next 5 games,
Mm-hmm.
if he can win the division games,
Yeah,
I'm
and
cool.
that's
I'm cool with
basically
that. If
the
you go
last
3-2 and those 3 is in the division,
That's it.
I'm rocking with
That's
him.
it. I'm gonna go one better. If he beat the Packers, he got a damn good chance.
I know McCaskey gonna feel it. George gonna be like, "Yeah, that's what I want y'all to do."
Hey, what did Lovey say when he walked through the door? we beating the fucking Packers. And what
And
did
he
he
did.
do? He went out
Yeah.
and beat the fucking Packers. And he was forever loved, even though it was just that one game at the time. We didn't know he was going to the Super Bowl soon. But,
Yeah.
you got to beat that one. You got to beat your rival.
Okay.
I mean, you can
Yeah,
go
I'm
2-15, long as them two against the Packers.
right
Nah, I'm
now.
gonna need more than 2-15 though.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
saying. Listen, we'll be fighting for Pose the way we was fighting for him, when he did something
Yeah.
right if he beat the Packers.
We get those
It'll
bragging
be
rights
like,
for sure.
yeah, but he did beat the Packers.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
did
J-Mac,
something
what
our
you
last
got?
few coaches couldn't do.
I ain't got nothing. I'm just piggybacking off what y'all saying, and of course, I got to see it, and
Yeah, that's what he's saying. That's what we want to
I just
happen.
I just got to see it. I don't want him just giving it to him just because he can go out there and rah the crowd. And
Right.
no, we gotta
Nah.
we got to see this on a consistent basis. And
Mhm.
this is your trial run.
Yeah.
And hopefully hopefully the team responds to him, and the other coaches and your assistants now.
Right.
They were your compadres a minute ago. Now you're their bosses. So
Mhm.
hopefully you can reel everybody in, and I don't know, let's save the rest of the fucking season. Let's just start there. Go game by
Right.
game, and
Right.
let's
Hey,
I don't know, let's just not think too far ahead.
okay.
Right. Game by game.
Just-
Yeah,
One
you said
game at a
my fault
time.
down. Yeah.
right.
We gotta
Let's-
beat
let's
them
just-
damn whack ass 49ers.
Yeah,
But
let's start there.
start there. Hey, check this out. Go ahead. Go ahead. No, go ahead, boss.
What's the prognosis on Purdy? Is he back this week, or what's going on with him?
He questionable. I don't know if he's back. We're gonna find out
well,
Sunday. They play
okay.
Sunday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Questionable means he's playing because they can't lose no more. Matter of fact, wait a minute, they done. Did they lose yet? Wait, didn't they lose last week, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
lost last week.
So they got 7.
But
Yeah, they
Right now right now you take that energy that you got from Flus being fired,
yes,
and you just channel
Ride
that
that
shit.
ride that.
You ride that wave, man, and you go out there and you spank them motherfuckers. I don't care if Purdy is playing or not. You go
Right.
out there and you spank them. You just ride that wave. And
because
Hey,
you
J
can't.
Mac,
That
boss man, y'all
defense is
both
not-
seen the movie, the Wiz, right? The
new
Barry
one?
Gordy junk with Michael Jackson, right?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the Wiz,
okay.
So
yeah.
you saw at the end when they killed the Wicked Witch, the energy they had, right?
yeah.
That's the type of energy. That's the type of energy I need.
But hey, the locker
Yeah.
room is already better. I would love to see
Right. I
practice.
mean,
I would
yeah.
love to see practice. The next practice.
They say
I
it's a
know
brand new
gonna be
day. That's what they were
flying
singing.
around.
It's a brand new day.
there you go. There you go. Come on now.
That's what we got, a
'cause
brand new day in Chicago,
you-
folks.
Right.
You don't already ruined one quarterback, and you was on your way to ruin another one.
Yeah.
Not today. Get your
And,
ass out of here.
You can just see it. I mean, just his game was just off. He was not just being Caleb no more. I mean, he was just shit. I mean, he's missing throws now, but it was just at a point where he was just literally just airmailing shit.
Yeah,
And
he's
when he
tapered
That's
it
just-
right.
down some. He's definitely tapered it down some since
Yeah, he
Thomas
is.
Brown.
But
Yeah.
them happy feet. Them happy feet because he's getting knocked on his ass so much.
He's
So
been
now
sacked the
instead of setting
most times in the league this year. 49
Right.
sacks.
So you got to think he's throwing off
Shit.
his back foot. He's throwing on a run. That's going to lead to some inaccurate passes, especially throwing off that back foot, not getting no pressure on it. He can't follow through. If you can't follow through, it's going to fall short, Aaron, or it's going to, get intercepted.
49 sacks is a lot. I mean,
That's it. That's a lot. I'm glad he's young.
yeah.
Right.
You know what?
I
It scared me
just-
though when he got hit and he got his leg bent back funny.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
scared me because I was like, damn, now we got to see Tyson Bagent.
Right.
I was
you
like, I
know
don't
what,
want to see
though?
this man ever touch the
listen.
field.
It was a legal play.
Y'all
I
laugh,
mean,
man, but I like his quick delivery, dude. With the weapons we got, the way he get that ball out, man, I'm telling you, I would have loved to see what he can do with this team, bro.
Did you see his ducks though? His quick delivery to the
Yeah,
short shit.
I do. Why you think I
shit.
said short pass? Why you think I said short
You
pass?
said quick delivery. I ain't see you say short pass.
Well, I mean, okay, you're right. I bet with the playmakers we got, I would love to see that quick release, get it out quick, and get it right there to DJ.
He just can't get it
Keenan,
downfield. If
and
he gonna
Rome.
get, he can get it to
Nah,
DJ. He
That,
can get it to
that's what I
DJ,
want to see.
but can he
the
get it
best way,
downfield?
the
No.
best way he'll get the
That's
ball
what I want to see.
downfield is to catch him and lead him for about 15 yards. Hope he can get in front of him and keep running. If he ain't, if he got to throw it 50, we in trouble.
We in trouble.
Me personally, I'm not a fan of the moon passes like he the one he threw to
he
DJ
throws, yeah.
because you see the hit DJ took in
Yeah.
slow
Yeah.
motion. It didn't look all that bad.
You get a defense a chance to catch up and lay one on you.
Right, exactly. That's
Right,
why I'm
right,
not
right.
a fan of just
So,
that.
so when we were talking about that earlier, I'm glad you said it because you brought me back to my thought. That's why I kind of gazed off. I was trying to remember what I was going to say. So I think that with that, some of those high velocity balls that he be throwing, I think that's him trying to figure it out. Because remember, against who was that where he had DJ wide open, he threw a rainbow and it got intercepted. Was that Washington or
You talking about this
it had
season?
to be? Yeah, it was either
Yeah,
Washington.
I think his last
Washington.
interception was Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville was his last interception.
No, he threw one. No.
He threw one to Washington?
I think Washington. Remember, DJ was just sitting there waiting on it. He had his hands like this. The dude just jumped. It was on. If you look at the TV, it would have been the left the left front of the end zone, and he was just sitting there waiting on it. And dude just came out of nowhere and just snatched it because he tried to get it touched, but he put
Okay.
it was too high. So I think now
Caleb
he's
didn't throw
trying to
any
get it there
interceptions
quicker.
in the Washington game.
Which is so when is his what was so his last one was against the Jaguars?
Let me look that up real quick.
Yeah, because whichever one it was, he was just sitting on there waiting on it to come out the sky, and dude just caught him. Because before that, he hadn't thrown an interception in a while either.
Yeah, that's the only problem I got with those moon balls is just you know it gives the defense a chance to catch up, and then the receiver they taking their eyes off the ball. I
Right,
mean, they taking their eyes off who's also in front of them.
Yeah.
Because
right.
I mean, if you look at it, just think about when he hit that touch pass to Swift. Swift instantly looked up to see who was in front of him
Facts.
before
Right.
he got to going. So that's the only problem I would have with that pass. But he got a beautiful touch when he actually connect on it.
And when he
Yeah.
can actually set his feet, and that's it. Yeah,
Right.
that's the point I was making. He can't set his feet, so he's throwing off balance all the time. And that, like you said, there's some of the ducks you see, and some of the
Now, the
inaccuracy.
Ducks was referring to Tyson Bagent.
Oh, okay.
he the duck man. That boy throws a duck.
Because I don't deny it, I'm just gonna stay quiet.
That's the duck man. Caleb ain't throwing no ducks. Nah.
No,
if he do, it's quite a few.
But you know what?
Tyson Bagent, nah, he can't throw downfield. But yeah, Caleb Williams' last interception was in the great game he had against the Jaguars. He threw 4 touchdowns in that game.
Okay, so then that's what I'm talking. Okay, well then you were right, Jay. My bad. So yeah, but that's what I'm talking about, man. He just, he sat there. It was just he was so wide open that he was just waiting on the ball, and by the time he got there, dude was coming over like that and just snatched it. His momentum took him out of bounds because he had to come from a long way. But yeah, that's that, and I think a lot of that is the reason why he's trying to put some velocity on the ball. He's trying to figure out that touch and accuracy thing. Well, not accurate. He's accurate when he can throw, but that touch thing, I think that's what he's trying to figure out.
And
Yeah.
if you really think about it, after that interception, he started playing bad.
Yeah.
Start playing cautious.
Yeah. Right.
Just think about it. I mean, you
Yeah.
got
I ain't gonna say bad.
and
Cautious.
that just plays back in my head when you got Justin talking about coaching in his ear and he's playing robotic.
Right.
So now that just goes back to that interception to where you got Flus in his ear talking about you can't throw interceptions and everything, and then you start missing easy passes, easy touch passes. You start missing your little check downs and everything, and you just see his game just go off.
And that goes back to my earlier question when I was asking y'all, are the non-interceptions is because he's being cautious, or is it because of his this is just a trait of his? And I don't think he's being cautious now since Thomas Brown
Thank
took
you.
over. I think he's letting it,
Let it rip. Let
he's
it rip.
playing.
Let
He's
him
just
see what
playing
he
his
So
can get
natural
away
style
with.
now. So
Yes, let him
yeah,
let him see what he can do and get away with. He's a rookie.
right,
Let him be
yeah,
a rookie.
let him be a rookie.
right,
Let
You
him make
know,
rookie
yeah,
mistakes. He gonna grow and
right.
learn from him because he's a smart quarterback, and
right,
we're not gonna see the
Thank
same
you.
mistake too many times. Put it that way.
right.
Thank you. Thank you.
So also, I think that with what was it, Waldron, I think the way that he expects him to execute, he's trying to dissect too much on the move instead of having some keys out there to read. I think the way that Thomas Brown is explaining stuff and playing within his strengths is what's going to make him, or what's the difference between the way he's playing now and yesterday or whatever, yesterweek and all that shit.
Hmm.
Um, so when you're remember when I said it's people learn different, right? Some people learn by repetitions and so on and so forth. I think Thomas Brown may have found the code, right, to the best way to teach this guy so that he's not playing robotic, so to speak. He's playing more free, and
I
that's
think
it.
the
Let him,
key. Yeah, I think the key
let him
is
be
he's
free.
letting him be himself, and
Thank
Thomas
you. Let
Brown
him
is
be
calling the
himself.
plays that fit the rest of the personnel. Hey, we
Thank
can't
you.
hold blocks very long, so let's call some quick shit.
Thank you. Thank
Right,
you. Take
right,
All of that fits
advantage
in.
of
All of that fits in within Caleb Williams' abilities. So
right,
take
call it because this is what the
take
line
it.
gonna give you. So let's go ahead and do that.
Take
right,
advantage of what your team can do.
Yeah,
And
and
that's something that played Getsy. It's something that started plaguing
Nagy.
Waldron. Yeah, him too.
Yeah,
I
and
mean, that's take
teams are gonna
advantage of
figure
that
that
shit.
out. They're gonna be like, okay, they only doing the quick stuff because they line
right,
can't. So they're gonna start
right.
playing. They're gonna start playing against that, and then that's when you adjust and you get some shit over the top on their ass.
Thank
Come
you.
on now. Come on now. Come on now, God.
Because
Waiting on you get through talking. I ain't got nothing to say now. You just said it already. You're damn
right.
right. When
That's
they
it. You
start, because
bring
when they do
everybody
that, they're
up.
gonna start pressing the receivers, and you still can beat it because now opposed to having to read, you already know what you're going to do. And that's what I was saying on my last comment, knowing what to do. The less of the processing here and more of the action keys. My key is they're blitzing. He's pressing. Rome runs a 4-3.
Right,
Rome
I was just gonna
step
say that.
inside.
Yep.
And,
Yep.
and you got Scott. Bring Scott on the other side. Get your Cole Komet, and let's go. Put
They gonna
DJ in the
they gonna
slot.
they gonna press DJ. They gonna press
That's
Keenan.
right. That's
Let
right.
Rome go. Let Rome go.
And you
Let him
put both
loose.
of them in the slot. You got the slot. So that means they can't help on the deep thirds, right? You take one step inside, bounce outside, and that joker should already be in the air. Now that's when he can throw a moon ball because the safeties are still going to be reading. They're going to be reading the run because with the blitz they got to support the run. Now, how in the hell can't nobody else see that? I'm a 51-year-old motherfucker who can barely walk. Are you kidding me? These guys getting paid all these goddamn $1 million can't see that? Come on, man. And you can't tell me they ain't got you got the personnel to do that.
Hey, I'm looking at the Bears season stats,
Hmm.
and Caleb Williams is our second leading rusher for the season.
Yeah.
This is reminiscent of Justin Fields, ain't it?
Now, thank you.
It's
Thank you.
crazy.
Thank you. And to your point,
So
J Mac. So what was wrong with Justin Fields really? Because the same thing is happening to
His
Caleb.
short
So
ball
what was
wasn't
really
good. I'm gonna say that his short
is
ball
what?
wasn't. His
His
short
short
ball
ball was
wasn't
good.
good.
But I'm just
He,
saying,
I,
I
I, I
still
don't think they I don't think to me, I don't think they called enough quick passes anyways. And,
but
to
I
to
think
your point, Tone, his release on them quick pass on them short balls, it was just too damn long.
yeah, Justin Fields.
Yeah, it was just
Yeah,
too
mhm.
long.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because he didn't really
He
want
didn't
to
have
do
a
it.
quick release. He didn't have
yeah.
He
a
didn't
quick
really. He
release at
didn't. How many
all.
times he do that
His
at
deep
Ohio
ball was
State?
beautiful, but that short
Yeah.
shit,
Beautiful.
I
Yeah.
like, dog, what you doing?
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
He
And
right
I
though.
hate to beat it.
It's the release. He right.
Right. And don't get me wrong. I know we got to move on. He ain't here no more. But I still think that with this what we got now, shit, I would have
Yeah.
had to see it not to
Ain't nothing
believe it.
no different. Ain't nothing no different.
It ain't. It ain't.
We
It ain't.
seeing we seeing the exact we seeing better quarterback play because they're calling
Better
passes
plays.
and it right and
Mhm.
instead of Justin taking off and getting rushing yards,
Mhm. Right.
Caleb is actually running around and staying behind the line of scrimmage and dumping the ball
Right.
off.
Right.
So
Right.
it's I mean, what's the trade-off? The quarterback is still the
The
you
yards are
just
still the
got
yards.
right, the
So
yards are
let me.
still yards. And
Okay.
everybody's still coming to see the quarterback.
Say
Right.
that. Say that
So
then.
come
So
on
let
now. I
me.
mean, what's the difference?
So
I
let
give this
me.
to Caleb for the past few weeks. He's been taking off running more often than standing
Right.
back there. He's still
Right.
taking
And
sacks, but he's not taking as
no
many.
Right.
turnovers.
Right.
No
Right.
turnovers.
And before I get on
No
to my point, I
turnovers.
think a couple of those yesterday, if he would have took off, I think we would have had been in a better predicament to win too. Because there's a couple of them where he really waited and then wound up taking the sack or either just throwing it away. If he would have took off, he probably would have got some positive yards. But what I was going to say is, remember when we were talking about? I had said that JF1 was better fit for what we have now because the reason why uh, the running game in Philly worked so well when they went to the Super Bowl is because they were just as fearful of Hurts running the ball as they were of um, I forgot the running back who was there before they
Swift
got Barkley.
first.
Swift. So that was part of his game. Now, I said this, and it came to fruition that they were going to kill with Saquon Barkley because he's a better inside runner than Swift was, and I had said the same thing with Henry and Lamar. And that's why I think that JF1 would have did better with this team because the kind of respect they were going to give Swift because of what he had done would either open up a wide open lane for a nice fast quarterback that we know can score with one cut, and the rest of the shit would have been wide open. That defense would have been so focused on them two that you would have seen them deep balls like Hurts was throwing the year they went to the Super Bowl. That RPO would have worked beautifully.
Justin Fields has a great D ball. So,
Yes.
and
Yes.
you
And
like J Max said, you'll be trading off passing yards for rushing yards. It don't matter as long as we get downfield and get in the end zone. In my opinion,
I just think it would have ran more fluidly because the RPO was more of his
because
style.
he wouldn't have been throwing the three. He wouldn't have the 3 touchdown games as Caleb Williams. He wouldn't have the 300-yard passing games as Caleb Williams. But he'd be getting his points different ways. He'll be getting the points
Yep.
rushing the ball, some passing.
But let me
he'll
ask you this:
some
you
running
don't
the ball.
think that the passes would have been more wide open? It wouldn't have been those tight windows because you have to set out. You have to keep a spy on Justin, right? So that taking the
Right.
middle of the field. Komet
I
would have
see where you
ate.
coming from. Right.
Komet would have
Right.
right. So Komet would have eaten like he was
Komet
just
gonna eat
king of
a lot
everything
more. Yeah,
because that
Komet would have ate a
defense,
lot
because
more.
those right. So depending on the strong side of the
Hey,
ball,
who's the offensive coordinator? Is it Waldron? Because he
where
ain't getting Komet the ball at
Yeah,
all.
he ain't getting Komet the ball.
He ain't getting Komet the ball. He ain't drawing up nothing for
you know
Komet.
what? But if he wouldn't have, he would have got fired quicker because the plays would have stated or the plays would have basically said to throw the ball to him because he would have been so wide open. Depending on the strong side of the field, that linebacker on that side of the field is going to have to babysit as well as the other one because JF1 can peel back. He can let it flow and then take off the other way. So what I'm saying is the middle of that field, that deep middle, and those flats would have been feasted upon, or
Yeah.
should have been, you know.
J Mac, I know you got some notes over there, man.
Actually, today I really didn't take no notes. I didn't take none last night, man. I was
Enjoying your
really
holiday.
no, I wouldn't.
I did,
No,
but we went through all of mine already.
Yeah. We
no,
went through my
man.
notes.
It was really. I didn't write down nothing because I was.
One more thing here I want to touch on.
I finna say freestyling. Let's go.
Caleb Williams
Man,
broke the Bears passing touchdown record.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a passing rookie's record. I'm sorry. He
Rookie
broke the
record.
Bears rookie passing touchdown
Yep.
record. Also, he has the Bears rookie passing yard record.
Right.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know if that's anything to clap about because those
But
records are
Yeah,
those records are
they're
small.
not hard to attain.
They're not hard to attain.
No,
There we go.
not at all. Not at all. I
You-
mean, I don't have no notes. Yeah, I'm still, man. How the fuck can we lose this one again?
Hey,
well,
because
you know what?
the
When
quote
last
from
time
Matt
we had a breakdown?
Eberflus, I think we handled it the right way. It didn't work out the right way we wanted it.
Today we did. Today we did.
Wow,
Maybe have-
man.
That's a
Man,
quote
I
from
mean,
Matt
it's-
Eberflus for the ending the Bears-Lions game.
Man,
I think we handled it the right way. It didn't work out the way we wanted it to.
I think when they fired him, he should have used that timeout.
Hey, you fired. Wait.
Wait,
time
hold
out.
on, timeout.
Time out.
Not the
Ooh, oh
not the ref.
shit.
Hey,
Man.
I'm thinking basketball. I used to be a basketball ref. So
But you know what?
Wow.
That fits him though. Like, man, hey, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wow, and man, you flused this up, brother. I mean,
Yeah.
that man said, I think we handled it the right way. Hey man.
yeah,
Listen.
we had good operation.
That right
wow.
there is a fireable offense. Just saying that shit.
I couldn't have been the GM.
Man.
I couldn't have been the GM because when they called the press after it happened, they were like, "Well, how did you come by the decision?" Well, I think we handled it right. I think we did the right thing. And
Right,
if I
there
had to
you
do it
go.
all again, I'd do it the same way.
What's the Eddie Murphy build? What's the Eddie
I'm
Murphy
petty
movie
like that.
when they threw
petty
him out
like
the
that.
building?
Oh,
What's the Eddie Murphy movie? Old school Eddie Murphy movie when they threw him out the building. Was it
Beverly Hills Cop
or some shit?
Beverly Hills Cop.
Trading
Beverly
Place?
Hills Cop. I was thinking
Yeah.
Chuck-
That should have been Flus getting thrown out of Hallis Hall.
man.
Or like Jazzy on the Fresh Prince.
Yep,
Man,
I was thinking of that
right.
one too.
That one too.
Man, come on.
But that's how
That's-
petty I would have been. I'd have been like, hey, I think we did the right thing. And if I had to do it all over again, I'd do it the same way. I quote his
Right.
ass on the way out the door. Get your ass.
Thank you.
We did it right.
I mean-
And if I had to do it all over again, I would have did it the same way. And
Bears fans, we have no pity for Matt Eberflus. No
Man,
empathy.
I mean,
None of that.
this is on a national fucking stage, bruh.
yes, everybody
just
feels the same.
Coaching ineptitude at its finest. On
Hey.
national
It's almost
TV.
criminal.
Time's
It's
up,
almost
Matt.
criminal.
Time's up.
Right. You just
Damn
straight
sure ain't Flus
embarrassed-
time no more.
Right. You just straight embarrassed the whole organization.
Yeah, he just made us
You
look
made your
inept.
quarterback look bad, your rookie quarterback to lead you in position to where you can at least score a fucking field goal. And you
So-
can't call
Yeah.
a timeout.
In that
Yeah,
position,
he
the
put it-
quarterback or the head coach, the only two people that can call a timeout. And Caleb said, "Hey, look, right now I'm not in position to do that. I'm a rookie. Maybe sometime down the line, the head coach got to know better, man. Your rookie
Yeah,
was
but
leaning on
okay.
you to lead him.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Exactly.
Thank
He's
you. Now,
looking
I'ma
looking
tell
on you to lead
Did
him.
you
Lead him.
see
Right.
Who was the right tackle? That's Bourne, right?
Yeah.
Bourne, the right tackle right now, right? Did
Yeah.
you see him? Kept looking up at the clock. I'm like, say something. Say it. Did you
Dude,
see him, dog? He
not-
kept looking.
I swear they didn't know what they were doing. Because when the
Not-
clock wound out, Flu's looking at the clock, Caleb looking at the clock. I'm like, oh, they didn't know what the fuck was going on. Neither one of them motherfuckers
Right.
knew what the fuck is going on.
When the,
They're
game,
looking
right,
at the clock.
when the game expired, they were. But if you look at the last play, you will see Bourne keep looking up. I'm like, bro, say something. Say something, man.
Man, I
They
think-
had
I
me
think
fucked up in the head. I'm like, what's going on here? What they trying to do? Because this shit don't
I
look
think
right.
everybody was yelling at the fucking TV, call a timeout.
Yeah.
I'm
You
like,
got one,
"Dude,
but you
what the
already field goal
fuck
range.
are- Right. What are y'all doing? Call a timeout or
Look.
something?
I saw a video clip of these two young ladies. They had to be like early 20s. They was watching the Bears game. And they was even saying, why isn't he calling a timeout? They was young ladies watching the Bears game. Not saying that they don't know football, but because obviously they do. But damn, they young as hell, and they still saying call a timeout, and the coach
Why
ain't
he
doing
not
shit.
calling
Why
the
isn't he
timeout?
calling the timeout?
It don't make no
Yeah,
sense,
yeah.
and it's ridiculous because even a rookie coach should know that, and you ain't even a rookie coach no more. This is your third
Yeah,
year. How the
third
freak don't
year.
you know that? That was
He
the
gets
last,
no
my
passes,
last
man. He
straw
a
was
third-year
weeks ago,
coach.
but this
No.
definitely was the last straw.
he had to go. I mean,
If this
That's the
was a
calendar.
rookie mistake, I would be okay. Cool.
sorry you
But yeah,
gone, sorry you stayed.
That's all I'm
No,
saying.
I'm sorry.
If
Let
it
me
was a
get that
rookie
right.
mistake.
Glad you gone. Sorry you stayed so long.
sorry you stayed so long.
Right.
Yeah, man, because he
Uh,
should have been gone, man. It's criminal. It's almost criminal what he's done to this organization from the free money that he got because he ain't worked for that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, he's
And
leaving
some of the
with
stuff,
some free money. They got to
right?
honor the rest
That's
of his
all I'm saying.
contract.
Man,
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because he
it
had a
ain't
5-year contract, not 4.
it ain't
It's
just
5.
it. I'm sorry, boss man. It ain't just him that's doing it to the organization. It's the
No,
dumbass
but
that
his
took
part,
over,
yeah, but
McCaskey.
his part has hurt this organization big time
Yeah,
because he the head
but
coach.
McCaskey is when it all started.
But the McCaskies is too old. They
They
need to
need to
be
sell a
forced to
team to
sell.
me, man. Put me on
They need to be forced to sell.
a payment plan though, because I can't afford it. Sell it
Yeah,
to
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Yeah,
I want
for
to be in
real.
that buyers group. Hey, I got good
Yeah, yeah.
credit.
You
For real.
all
There
y'all
you
can be in
go.
the buyers group. Sell it to us.
There you go.
I got good credit.
Right.
Hey, we got credit over here, McCaskies. Come on now. We
For
might
real.
not have the
We
money
can't
to put up front, but we got
we
credit.
can't do it. Hey,
Right. We got
in the
credit.
immortal
For
words
real.
of Trump, what do you got to lose, people?
I bet you one thing, we ain't gonna be sitting on our hands. We're gonna be making sure
That's
they do
right.
some shit. But
Yeah.
We would have had them linemen. We would have had them linemen. That would have been
Pose
a profit
would be
share.
on the hot seat right now if I had the
Yeah.
team.
Listen, I bet you we wouldn't have had that line problem if we was running the team this year.
Nah.
Because we would have took linemen. Because I would
'Cause
have took that. I would have traded that number 1 pick, kept the 9, and got a gang of motherfucking picks,
because
and I would
we
have
wouldn't have
had
drafted.
everybody I want.
Yeah, we wouldn't have drafted a hurt offensive lineman, and we wouldn't have
No,
drafted a punter at number 4.
man, I don't give a fuck how
And we
good
would
he
have been
is.
active in free agency.
And he would have been there at number 7. Damn it, 6 or
Yeah.
7, he would have still been there.
The other punter that we brought into training camp is good. He might not be as good, but he's pretty good. We would have
Right.
had him. He'd have been the punter.
Yep.
Shit.
Now he's pointing. He's in Pittsburgh punting.
See,
Right.
he
Doing
good.
his thing on a winning
Yep.
team. What are they, 9-3
So
now?
I don't even know
Yeah.
Pittsburgh's record. To be honest
I
with
think
you.
Pittsburgh's
Hey,
9-3.
They're better
question
than
for
us.
y'all: the next matchup against the San Francisco 49ers. Now,
Let's talk about it.
the Bears have beaten 3 really good defensive teams in a I mean not Bears beaten. The Bears have played 3 good defensive teams in a row and nearly
Okay.
beaten all 3 of them.
Okay.
San Francisco's not as strong on defense right now as the teams we just faced. Can we pull out a victory?
And if we focus on the run and stick with it, you're gonna have to
Yeah.
keep them boys off the field. You need to sustain some drives and keep that defense fresh because Najee and that other Warren they nice. They nice together.
McCaffrey and
So much Najee, but TJ or what's his name? TJ Warren,
CJ McCaffrey for the
the running
49ers.
back. I thought his name was oh shit. I'm thinking
You
about the
thinking about the
Steelers.
talking about
I'm
Steelers
looking at the
still.
Steelers. I'm looking at the Steelers talking about the 49ers. No, CMC, and he don't go down off one hit either. So I think that if we with the way they've been getting shredded by the run right now, if we stay on the run, focus on the run and stay on the run and keep that offense off the field, we'll be fine.
Yeah, I think shutting down the running game would be key.
Hmm.
And
That's really all they got right now.
it's just it's just them. I don't know that our run defense just sucks,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
you
the
can't
problem.
you can't just take them gashing you all the time.
Hmm.
And Christian
Hmm.
McCaffrey and that dude is a dual threat.
And don't
Period.
forget
Yeah, he
about
is.
Jordan Mason been carrying the load most of the year.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and
But that man, they ain't treating him the same. Now that McCaffrey back.
no, and that they offensive line is a nasty one as well.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So
but Trent okay? I mean, we need to look and see because if Trent missed that game against the Packers and they playing the Bills today.
Trent should be back. I'm looking at their injury report. I think he's going to be back for this game.
Okay.
yeah, that dude's a monster
Yeah.
over there.
Yeah, that whole division is shit. You got 2 6-5 teams and 2 5-6 teams.
And they all still in
Seattle.
playoff contention for
Yeah,
the division.
that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
division still
It's only
open.
one loss separating
So
all of them. You know what I'm saying?
and
Seattle,
and they
Arizona,
they
6-5.
and they're not really a I hate to say this. They're not really a bad team still.
They not a good
They
team either.
still
They somewhere in the middle.
nah they
Hey, right.
but come on now. We are for some reason the get right team.
Mm.
That's when
Okay.
teams get their
Teams get
shit
right on us.
together.
I
Right.
Right.
don't
Yeah.
know.
They
I can't
We
say
we
that, man.
we the
Our
team
last
you
three
want.
opponents didn't look all that great
No, no,
against
no,
us.
no.
They didn't
I
look great
say
against us.
no. I'll
nah,
say
but they
like
were
Carolina
they
and
weren't in the get right.
Jacksonville.
Yeah, they
I hear
weren't
what you're
in the
saying,
get
J
right
Mac.
position though.
Yeah.
Right. No, but
Yeah,
I
they
think
weren't in
like
the get right
Carolina and
position.
Jacksonville is the people who you want to see after a bad, loss. Them
We let
that's
we
why I
let
was
New
glad we
England
had
get right on
Jacksonville in
us.
London.
We let New
Well,
England get right
well,
on us. We let Arizona get right on us.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, we did, and they all playing better now.
Yeah.
Shit, Carolina even playing better.
Carolina playing like a motherfucker right now.
That ain't got nothing to do with us because they were still playing bad against us and after us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That ain't got nothing to do with us. We can't they can't put that on us.
but and I'm gonna stick with what I said. I just hope we ride the wave of
Hmm.
the firing of the flus, and we just build off this momentum.
I think that's what
And
it's gonna come to.
And
yeah,
Brock Purdy's throwing a lot of interceptions this season. Last year he took a lot better care of the ball. This season he has
Okay.
8 interceptions.
So I see you said that Trent gonna be back. Is Purdy gonna be back? Can you see that?
Yeah, Purdy should be back this week.
Okay.
yeah.
But he got to play them Bills, boy. And that
So
dude coming back. They linebacker coming out. What's his name? Start with an M. The linebacker from the Bills that's been out all year. They best linebacker.
oh, y'all know
Marino.
what you're
Is
talking
that
about.
what it is? Is it Marino?
Milano,
Marino or something like
Milano.
that.
I
He
can't
gonna
think
fuck
his name
around.
right now.
Yeah. But
But
he
yeah,
coming. He finna be fresh for the rest of the season. That's gonna be key.
and I'm
That's
looking
gonna
at
be
the head to head. I mean, looking at the stats for this season, Purdy 2,613 passing yards, 13 touchdowns, 8 interception.
okay.
Caleb 2,612 passing yards, 1 less yard, 14 touchdowns, 1 more touchdown, 5 interceptions, 3 less.
Yep.
So
Then
it's a good
who?
matchup.
Then Brock. You talking about?
Caleb and
Who?
Brock I just brought up.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
trying to see what the name of that linebacker was.
It
Okay.
all comes
That's gonna be
down
a
to the
good
run
matchup
game.
then.
Yeah, but it all comes down to the run game.
They run game.
Yep. Playing on
Mason,
the road.
Jordan Mason,
Yeah.
140 carries for 711 yards, 3 touchdowns.
What's
That's not all that impressive.
average?
DeAndre Swift, 179 carries, 704 yards, 5 touchdowns.
Okay.
That's a standstill. It's just a draw.
Yeah, but you know what? That gives us a slight edge because they are polished over there. They got a
Exactly.
polished quarterback over
They
there.
got a polished offensive line. They only they running.
Yes.
They started running back 3 touchdowns. I don't know, man. It's like a draw to me.
Yeah,
Right.
but you going off that he's not the starter right now.
He's played the majority of the snaps.
You got to prepare for CMC.
And CMC, have you seen him play? Did you see him play the past couple of weeks? He ain't looking that good.
No,
ain't looking good.
he got to build that up.
But
man.
again,
He just got back.
back to what J Mac was saying, our defensive rush pass run
That's the
stopping.
problem.
That's the problem. I hear what you said, J Mac. I hear what you said.
That's all I got to.
But they ain't stopping the
I'll see
run,
it.
and we ain't stopping the run. 2 teams that can't stop the
Yeah.
run.
But you
Yeah,
know
but we
what,
can't
though?
block it. We can't block it. We can't even fucking make lanes. And the
They can't
lanes
stop
that
the
we do
run. We
make,
can't stop the run. I don't know.
the lanes that we do
Yes.
make, he don't take them. He go outside. So
So create
Yeah.
plays for him on the outside. That's his strength, right?
shit.
Yeah. You're
That's
gonna
his
have
strength.
to.
He
You're
need
gonna have
to
to.
hit some of the
Listen,
O's.
his key, he hit the outside zone is his baby. Because
Yeah.
you on the outside zone, you press the middle and then you bounce it out. Right?
Yeah.
So if you press it, you setting your block up because the linebacker start flowing inside, and then linemen jump outside to wall him off. So if he cut back, that's what he loved. He loved that jab step, bring it back outside.
Yeah.
The problem is everybody and their mama know it. So even if we set it up the way to try to draw him inside, if you smart linebacker, you may take that initial step because that's what you're supposed to do. But then they bouncing that right back outside.
So yeah, it's plays where he hesitates too long in the backfield. Me and J Mac has talked about that for a few times. And it's
Mhm.
plays where he just takes off and do his thing. He just got to be
Right.
more intent on what he's going to do.
I got you.
DeAndre
He's
Swift.
not a patient. He's not
Yeah.
a patient running back. He's
And
not.
if that's not
No,
his
no.
strength, you got to play to
No,
his
no.
strength. You got to
Right.
call
Right.
plays
You
to his
gotta
strength.
you
Yeah.
gotta have a lineman to get out there and do
Yeah.
that, and you gotta have
That's
If
true
you're
also
too.
gonna
That's true too.
you gotta
if
have
you're
the
gonna run the
receivers that's
zone,
willing to block.
Only
right,
lineman we
right.
have
I'm with
able to get
you
out
know,
there and do that is Tevin, and Tevin stay
right,
hurt.
right. But you know, Jay, back to your point, you know who the best in the league at that? What you was just saying with the receivers? The Packers. Pack receivers block their ass off, man, and they block all the way downfield.
Well,
And I hate to use them
that's
as an example, but they do, man.
I hated to use them
all,
as example, bro.
Yeah,
all
I'm saying, I'm just saying.
Nah, you telling the
Hey,
truth.
look at their coach.
I just
Look at
hated
their
that you
coach.
brought them niggas up.
I
They
did.
got
I
better
know.
coaching.
Trust me.
They,
Hey,
Hey,
y'all
got
ain't
a
hear I
lot better
got tongue
coaching.
tied at the end of the Packers.
They got a lot better coaching.
coaching
Yeah.
always goes
like
back
Matt
to
LaFleur.
coaching.
Yeah,
Hey, and
nice, young, innovative mind, and he holds them accountable. Though you'll see LaFleur on the sideline get with somebody. I ain't seen Flus do that in this 3 years here. If it was another coach.
hey, speaking of
I
the
didn't see
sideline,
Nagy do it. Nagy didn't either.
speaking of this sideline, Thomas Brown got to come out the booth now. Is he going to be as effective as a play caller sitting on the sideline?
Funny, I thought he
They
was on the
see
sideline
everything
yesterday
like that now.
Thomas Brown
They
been
see
calling from the
everything.
booth.
from the booth.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm thinking
The
what's his
game
name? Yeah,
looks a
you're
lot
right. You're right.
different from the booth than the sideline.
It is,
Yep.
and you can see it better from the booth.
Yeah,
So
that's a
that's what I'm
question
saying.
mark. That's a question
This is
mark.
why I said he shouldn't have been made the entrant. What he's
No,
doing
it's
is
not.
working.
It's not a
Yeah,
knock. I mean,
it,
No,
he
I'm
can
not
coach.
knocking him.
it was to his advantage being up there in the booth because
That's
that's why
all
he
I'm
went
saying.
up there.
I'm not
Yeah,
knocking him, but we're riding a very strong way with the progression of Caleb. Don't
I see what
interrupt
you're
him.
saying.
That's my only thing. He deserves
Right.
that shot. What I'm saying. So
Yeah,
I'm not mad that he got it, but because he deserves that shot for what he's doing and what they're putting on him right now. But in order to keep that peaking, he's peaking.
continuity.
Right. In order to keep it, he needs to stay where he's at. It's not a knock on him at all. I love what he's doing. I just don't want it to be interrupted because now he's in. What is he in charge of now? All three phases. He can't just focus on offense no more.
Nope.
Damn, head coach can't coach from the booth, huh?
Same, the very exact same problem we had with Flus. All his attention went toward the defense. When he's
Exactly.
supposed to be as he liked to play.
Exactly.
You know,
So why
football.
bring in and put
How
somebody
you
in
gonna
the
have
same position? It's
how you gonna
counter.
have complimentary football if you can't
Right.
be
It's working against him.
accountable for all three?
I think Eric Washington gonna be a good just because his demeanor. When I hear him talk, and those dudes respect him.
Yeah.
And the defense respects Thomas Brown because I've heard defensive players saying good things about him.
Yeah. When he
I
first
think
got
it's
the job, I heard
gonna-
defense
I
saying
think it's going to be a different attitude with Eric Washington and Thomas Brown holding it down. I just
The
think it is.
effort.
I don't know. We're going to find out.
If
But-
the effort alone is better, I'll take that. And I think that's coming. I think that's what's going to be automatic. The effort that you see on the field, you're going to see people light on their feet. You're going to see that bounce. You're going to see that high five. And I'm telling you, then that's what they're missing. You don't see that.
So we're going to have to see, can Eric Washington call a defense as good or better than Flus did? Can
do
Thomas
much worse.
Brown
He did so in Buffalo.
Can Thomas Brown call the game from the sidelines? Those are question marks we should have find out real soon.
So
Okay.
does that mean Kerry Joseph get promoted to OC?
Probably. Or
Or
what's the name? Wear both hats. Thomas Brown wear both hats.
That's too much right now, I think.
I think that they need to put as much help at that man's side as they can.
Disposal as
I think
possible.
Yeah, I think Washington needs to step up and kind of, put a little bit more on his plate. If they distribute the weight equally, they'd be fine. You know what I mean? Because interim is only a name, so you got to have a face out there. So if he can put people around him to kind of, help him with decision making, so that he
This is
won't
his
be
audition, so
overran.
he whatever's to his advantage to look like a head coach.
Right.
So if that's to his advantage to put more people around him, cool. Or if they might look at it as a negative, well, you can't handle the job because you got to give everybody else these jobs, the jobs that a head
Right.
coach would normally take. I don't
Right.
know.
Right.
All right, fellas.
I personally wouldn't look at it that way. I mean,
I'm just saying. I'm just giving options. Yeah,
no, right.
there's
I'm
different
just
ways
saying.
people can look at it.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
You
Yeah.
but
know,
at the
That's
same
true.
time, if you want your if you want your organization to be successful and you still want to bring in key free agent
Acquisition.
signings or
Yes, sir.
whatever, and you give them all the help that he fucking needs.
Yes. And if you
yes.
want those people to keep coming, you have to be
Yeah.
compatible, man. You have to have something. You have to give them something. That's why you remember what was it, Musa Muhammad? Remember what he said? Chicago's where receivers go to die. Remember he
Yep.
said
Yeah,
that shit back in the day?
I say fuck Musa Muhammad. I hate that quote. I don't even like
I
it.
do too. I do too. I do too. But until somebody prove him wrong,
Hmm.
Hey,
I wanted somebody to go out and find it.
one more nugget from of stats I got here. From
Okay.
the last 3 games against those division opponents with a
Okay.
combined record of 28-6,
Right.
Caleb Williams has completed 64.5% of his passes,
And all of us have
978 total yards, passer rating of 98.6, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions.
and that's
And
against
we lost
division.
all 3 by 7 points total.
Right. So
But
that ain't number coaching. Coaching and decision making right there.
yeah, that's
That's
decision
all.
making like a mug.
Decision.
Because
That's all that is.
if you completing 65, almost 65% of your passes and 5 touchdowns in those 3 games,
Don't forget, in a division who more than not
defense.
people consider the best division in the league.
Yeah, and they play.
You
Those
doing
3
that
teams are
against
great
them too.
defensive teams.
And all three of them
Caleb's
are
done a
considered
good
decent.
job. He could do better. He could
Right.
do better in the first half. He could take away
Right.
some of those late game sacks.
Right.
But
Yeah.
he's a rookie. Some of that is
He gotta learn.
learning curve.
Yeah.
But he could definitely do better. But he's done pretty good. Pretty good, I would say.
Yeah. He's playing good, better than good to be a rookie.
Yeah.
He's playing better than
And
good. And
we got some
that's
Bears
how you want-
fans. We got some Bears fans that be like dogging him, man. I'm like, he's a rookie. Why dog him? He's a rookie. He's a young
Right.
rookie.
He's learning. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He is not
right.
Bo Nix. He ain't 30 years old, man. Come on.
But
He's a young rookie. He's a young rookie.
And Bo Nix got gray hair.
up there.
Bo Nix got grandkids.
He's doing well up there though. He got the Broncos winning.
Yeah,
With
you
Sean
should. If you're
Payton.
30, you should know the
Bo-
game like the back of
It's
your
still-
hand.
It's still coaching. You look at the coach that you
They
got.
definitely got a better coach.
Hey,
Yeah,
Bo Nix
yeah,
got
but-
AARP.
But he's got all the experience in the world, man. That boy played 99 years of college football.
Yeah, that's true. But
I told you.
coaching.
Hey, Bo Nix got AARP in the batter's box, waiting on
Man. And they got a great defense in Denver, too. So I'll give them that, too.
they balling. Now that
Yeah.
they balling.
Coaching.
That's the best.
And you know the killer part. You know the killer part that don't nobody talk about.
What's that?
Joseph was their head coach.
Yes, Vance Joseph.
He was their head coach at one
Who
point. in time.
our quarterback coach?
No, Vance
Vance
Joseph
Joseph,
was
the
the
D
Broncos
coordinator.
head coach
Oh,
at
okay.
one point in time,
He was.
and he got fired. They brought in Fangio, and now he's back there as their defensive coordinator.
Wow.
So,
But Vic, man, hey man, I wish we could have kept him, man. I would have got. Now that's the defensive coordinator. I wouldn't have mind him getting
That man wanted to be a head coach. So you wasn't going to keep him. You wasn't going to keep him. He
No,
wanted to
no,
be a
no,
head
no. I'm
coach.
saying I would have no. In a dream world, perfect thing. Yeah, I'm just saying that Vic had us
Yeah,
humming.
he definitely
Vic
did.
had us humming.
Yeah.
He took his shot as a head coach.
Mhm.
He saw that it was more than he can handle. Now he's back as a
Mhm.
defensive coordinator.
Yeah, I tell you too. It's a couple coaches I wish would have never left. Rod, the line coach, what's his name, Marinelli.
Yeah,
He wound up going to Dallas and had their defensive line humming. Uh, Lovey, man, that was my guy, man. At least he kept us winning, man. I hated to lose him. You know, Vic Fangio. It's just a couple of coaches that, boy, man, I miss them. I miss them.
yeah.
I agree.
All right, fellas, y'all got anything else to add? I'm about to shut it down right now.
Well, as I smell my wife heating up them leftovers, I'm gonna bid y'all farewell.
Hey,
I
that's what's
smell some
up.
turkey in my future, baby.
That's what's up. Hey,
I'm
I
about
appreciate
to
y'all
get
for another
mine started.
episode of Bear Down for real.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good,
Yes,
good
sir.
day.
Having us, brother.
Good day. We
Thank you
doing
for
our
having me.
whiz dance all day today because it's a brand new day. Flus is gone. We done flushed them out our system.
There you
Yes.
go.
Down the toilet
Yes,
bowl for
sir.
Flus.
Yes,
All right.
sir.
But let
Happy
me
holidays,
add
man.
y'all happy holidays. Y'all hit that like and subscribe. Check
Yes,
us out.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because this content is fire.
All right, fellas. Appreciate y'all.
Have a good one,
Sure.
man. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.